Hello, everybody. This is Samus Mahomes here. I am. Looks like I'm doing a little live streaming with a buddy of mine, Kane. He is my young ward. Hello, Kane and Bashland Chad. How you doing?
I'm alright.
Well, glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Looks like Mothman says new Samus stream groom fees. Hell yeah. All right. Well. So,
niggers.
Kane, I already tried to. I apologize, YouTube bots and moderators, and some of you in chat that are hypersensitive. I got him to. I got him to manage to keep conversation about the Jews on topic. If it actually comes to that. I'm trying to get him detrained a little better, okay? He is a little drunk because this is kind of a fucked up sort of a topic we're dealing with today.
Oh no, I'm not. I haven't even touched anything yet.
What? Wait, what? I came in to say hi, but okay, we're doing this. We're actually doing this.
Yeah, we're doing it live, Vash. Okay? We're doing it live!
Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah. We're doing it live! So today, we decided, it's Halloween, and we're gonna talk about my virgin ears. My poor groomed ears. Jesus Christ. So, Kane, I understand you have a bit of a personal interest in this whole, femboy shit. What got you into it?
Hold on. Jesus Christ. Because I experienced it in high school.
Well, that's what we call foreshadowing. Well, it's not even really foreshadowing. He's just fucking saying the spoiler right in the middle of it, but...
Oh, yeah. And not to mention, I just think as I got older, I just think this kind of behavior is, really weird.
Oh, it's 100% weird. Yeah, he's a connoisseur, or I guess in perhaps some of the realm of other people, maybe a connoisseur, I guess. Ugh.
Yeah, certain Tanya Degiticha.
Because after all, the best way to prove, that...
I am not a pedophile. Fuck off with that shit.
Is to jack off to sexualized children.
God, I hope he's watching this.
I really hope he is too. But I think that guy in the thumbnail and what the two people watching are seeing right now kind of looks more like Michael Douglas's character in Falling Down than Tanya, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's classic.
Well, let's look that character up because I've never seen that movie.
Even, I guess Poop says.
He kind of looks like a fat albino, worse looking version of Michael Douglas.
Yeah, no kidding.
Also, Falling Down, now I know what it is.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It's one of those films that during its time, I don't think it was quite appreciated as much as it should have been. I think another...
It's actually a really good film.
Oh, yeah. Seems like, I think, another example of it... what the hell? I'm just trying to think. What's that movie called? I'm gonna go use my phone like people should use when they're trying not to talk out of their ass. Demolition Man is also another one of those movies,
Yep. Yes.
Allegedly. I've never seen it, but from what I've understand of the plot that I've gleaned from it, it seems like it's more relevant now than it was when it came out. It's funny how that shit works.
Fucking spilt some of that shit on me. Oh, well.
So you see, there is kind of a historical background to this. I think that people generally would fear that some rich fuck is going to go after their kids, and because of sort of a combination of archaeology and ideology, apparently people are under the impression that the ancient Greeks were en masse going around raping little boys. Considering sort of the literary origins and the kind of people who would be able to read, they would tend to be disproportionately upper class and male. Part of me wonders, I'm pretty sure this is more like just some weird fucking thing rich people did, you know?
Oh, no, not even just the Greeks doing it. It was the Romans doing it to Greek people as
well. But Samus, I'm going to have to play devil's advocate with you. You're using Wikipedia.
Well,
Wikipedia. We got to trust Wikipedia for this shit, Samus.
I'm only using this as like a jumping off point, which is what Wikipedia is supposed to be used as. I am not agreeing with the shit in the article, otherwise I'd have to say that lolicon is harmless, which, if you actually go look at that article on Wikipedia, you can see that what kind of people would write such an article on it? Like, the C also has victimless crime under it.
I mean, I don't know, man. This doesn't look like I don't know, man. This does not look like a good resource, sir.
Well, you know what, sir? Listen, I believe that 100,000 of the average, people, has a lot more knowledge than 300 fucking professors. I mean, who the hell are you going to trust? Like 300 people who actually know what the fuck they're talking about, or 100,000 people who just skim a bunch of scholarly articles at best? I mean, come on. The collective brain power is clearly better than, having people that, are highly specialized in the field that they're discussing.
Oh, and you use trying to say that the Greeks weren't into butt stuff, or they were into butt stuff?
I'm saying that perhaps the lower classes didn't like that the rich folk came to butt rape their teenage boys.
I mean, yeah, I would want people to, just come in and pay for, my kid's ass either.
I mean,
that'd be rightly offensive.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course it would be rightly offensive, but I mean, look, apparently the archaeology or arch-ideology is that ancient the Greco-Roman world was a, fucking sexual utopia where butt pirates were tolerated. Accepted even, just as much as straight people were, until those dang dirty Christians came and ruined everybody's fun. There is no reason why they came in and did such things. None at all.
Now, maybe we should take a look at that image in the top right.
All right. Yeah, so this, the stream is seeing just the thumbnail for this thing. They're not seeing the Wikipedia shit, okay? Just for the record. But, no pun intended. Hold on, let me go. So, for the rest of everybody's quote-unquote benefit, here is what we would call a Discord relationship, 500 years BC. No, I'm not going to use that cucked CE or BCE. What is the Common Era? When did the Common Era start? Fuck that cucked shit. It's AD and BC in this house, and it's always going to be AD and BC in this house. Okay?
Yeah. I agree with the concept of time completely. I'm making sure to say that since we're talking about shit like this, and I can't just. Yeah, I agree with that completely. While this shit's on this fucking screen.
Yeah, I know. It's this was apparently considered acceptable enough to put on art for anyone to see. I mean, or maybe this was just the private collection of some perverted aristocrat. I don't know. There's like 2,500 years of silence separating me from this shit.
It's usually the wealthy that are raping these kids, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, 100%, 100%.
It's why a
there was actually one of them that was a recent human trafficker. I can't remember the name offhand. Not Epstein though.
Yeah, who totally killed himself, by the way. Nothing happened.
this air freshener.
Yeah. Everybody can do a backflip off of a 5-foot bunk bed whenever they're 6 feet and break their neck.
I mean, listen, Jeffrey Epstein, you see, the mainstream media doesn't want you to know this, but Jeffrey Epstein, you see, he was like a acrobat from Barnum and Bailey, but they didn't want to tell people.
Oh, is that true?
No.
Yep.
Oh, well, fucking
Totally.
I guess.
It is. It's totally a true fact, Kane. Like I am agreeing with this. It sounds right.
Mm-hmm. And you see, that's where like everyone's beliefs come from. It's not necessarily because of evidence. It's what feels right based on their personal life, experiences and the views that come from that. Nobody actually votes for their own interest. They vote for whatever the fuck they want. But, you see, I mean, Kane, I guess there is sort of an interesting kind of, you see, the pure delicace. Kane, what did you, or, puer delicatus, or awe, true to Caesar, or some gay shit like that.
Are we looking at this article?
Yes, we are, Kane. Yes, we are.
Nice.
So, we're going to take a look at this. So, Kane, this is like a scholarly article. The University Natal, Pieter Maritzburg. When was this done? Okay, so I think it was like from the 1970s, back when South Africa was civil. Under the cruel apartheid regime. So,
what year is this?
This is in the 1970s, back when South Africa had reliable water and electricity. And a government that wasn't fucking kleptocratic. They were just racist. Which is a far more unforgivable sin than any of the shit I just said.
Yeah.
P. Murgatroyd. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Within love poetry as a whole, Greco-Roman Greek shit I can't read, forms a distinct subdivision, and the figure of the puer delicatus, although often treated similarly to the mistress, is nonetheless obviously different from her by reason of his sex, extreme youth, and to lesser extent circumstances. For instance, in the case of the boy, we do not find all the paraphernalia connected with the girl's conjunx or vir, whatever the fuck that is. Accordingly, a separate study of pederastic poetry seems justifiable, and the relatively small number of poems on this topic means that such a study can be of manageable proportions. It is the purpose of this article to concentrate on boy love and Tibullus. Is that a place or a time period? Fuck if I know. But there will be a preliminary discussion of the topic in pre-Augustan poetry and other Augustan poets to establish the literary background. Particular mention will be paid to the physical attributes and character of the puer delicatus himself, the situations depicted in the poems, and the tone and approach of the poet. With regard to the physical features of the boy, obviously the fundamental requisite was youthfulness. So Maximus of Tyre, which I believe is in modern-day Lebanon, tells us that Anacreon's poems were full of the youth of Bathyllus, and Theognis speaks of whatever the fuck that is. So Pindar, in his eulogy on Theoxenus, admits some shit I can't read. Exact age in the puer delicatus is hard to pin down and is seldom specified. Rather than a pedantic reckoning of years, the poets were more concerned with the absence of hair on the face and elsewhere on the body as a sign of youth. You guys got
If I had to guess the age range of these boys, they are likely 13 to like 20, I would say, personally.
You're basically saying twinks. This is like Roman twinks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even in the modern era, like this is a thing from like even in the modern era.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know that Harvey Milk guy. He was like fucking people. He was like allegedly purchasing the rights to forcibly penetrate the anuses of underage boys. And he's a hero.
Yeah, it seems like there's a bunch of those that seem to be trying to do that, and it seems like the left is insane, and now it's a question of whether or not you have a soul.
I'm gonna be okay. Listen, I'm gonna
really
be
fucking weird.
I'm gonna be the kind of fence-sitting faggot because I like the feeling of a fence pole up my butt. Okay. But there's right-wingers that are, like, into lolicon, which, I mean, to be fair, that's a fucking stain, okay? Get these fucking people out of my coalition. I want them shot. Unironically.
Yeah, looking at you.
Well, I mean, I would just say that, you know, if you don't like America, you can just get the fuck out. If you like America, then help solve the fucking problems.
You know, I get the feeling that problem solving is going to be a very pertinent thing in the future. I mean, you look at all this.
There's going to be lots of problems being solved.
Oh yeah, I mean, you look at this fucking boy rape shit. That was like institutionalized in the Greco-Roman world, and I actually kind of did some.
I'm only stating it in a way that my lawyers could have advised me, which, yeah, problems can be solved.
Yes, especially when you do it in Call of Duty.
Yes!
Of course. But of course. I mean, I'm sorry for...
Don't threat... Oh, sorry.
Oh, go on. So the advent of hairs terminated both the youth and the attractions of the pure delicatus as... another basic requirement was handsomeness, an attribute so common that the boy who is only is the exception that proves the rule. But perhaps prettiness would be a better term, as delicacy and effeminacy were marked characteristics of the pure delicatus. Anacreon, for instance, is in love with the boy who has a girlish glance. So the boy was often smooth or tender-skinned, and gracefulness was considered becoming. Jonathan Hansen, what am I watching? Happy Halloween.
Who the fuck is Jonathan Hansen?
I don't know, probably someone descended from Swedes. The ones with balls that came to America. But from what I understand, Sweden is rediscovering its balls, and if you know anything about Swedish history, that should be fucking terrifying for anyone within 1,000 miles of them.
Swedish meatballs are pretty good. Also, you should zoom in a little bit so that way they can read with you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners?
Well, I mean, it's now. Just a thought.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I understand that it's probably a good idea to take counsel from people I surround myself with, especially if they're not, especially if they're actually, pretty smart people. So the boy was often smooth or tender-skinned and graceful. As for specific points of beauty, the eyes and the hair are most frequently singled out, although here, of course, tastes vary. Apart from the above recurring details, other attractions less often mentioned include the coloring and complexion, sweetness of smile or of speech, soft lips, soft anus, and honey thighs and lovely loins.
God.
Mothman, we're watching the NAMBLA yearly meeting. Kane is the Grand Wizard or something. No, I'm not a pedo.
Oh, God.
Okay, listen. If anybody's the Grand fucking Wizard, it's me. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Because I'm going to cast a spell on all you fucking fags.
Flip it.
Jokes aside, as some stream
Poob.
about pedos. Well, you see, Poob, if there's one thing you should understand. When one is confronted with Weimar problems, the average person at some point down the line is going to resort to Weimar solutions. So I believe in the long run, for the well-being of society, we should probably not try presenting it with Weimar problems. I am so confused. Buddy, I am too. In the view of the youth and effeminacy of the boy, one might expect to find a degree of tenderness in his character, but the reverse is almost invariably the case. The puer delicatus is generally cruel, unfaithful, and greedy, and this character is reflected in the situations found in pederastic poetry. Kane? Pure delicatus, I don't know.
Pure delicace.
Well,
That's how you pronounce it.
Kane,
What is going on with my mic?
do you see? I don't want to be like a blue vulpine that people don't want to deal with, but there is a T in there.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
I mean, the Romans did not have a silent T. I mean, I think that if you want to like help reclaim Western civilization, I would. Kane's voice is quiet. Well, you know what? Let me fix. Wait a minute.
Wait.
His voice is at
Am I turned down?
177%. No, it was at like 177. I just upped it to 200.
Oh, thanks. Finally.
I'll take a crack and ruin language of the Romans.
Oh, wait. True to Caesar.
Nune gloriantis quam libet mulier culam vincere molitia amor lacisci me tenet.
I mean, I know that you did it like better than 99% of the modern American population can, and God help me, I hate that is the truth, but I'm not gonna lie, you sounded like fucking Beavis and Butthead trying to read English. You did it better than me.
I know, right?
I know. That's the sad thing. I mean, that this is what we're reduced to. I feel like it's like we're Rome right after the fall.
We're literally in idiocracy.
Change your review of chat from top chat to live chat because it's auto-censoring my best stuff. Well, Poob, or the Mothman, I'm going to have to say that. Actually, fuck Sweden. Okay, top of the, okay, it's in live chat now, and you said 3 viewers? We're up to 4 viewers. Kane, when you were talking about the pure delicatus, what was your initial impression before we kind of went through and showed that this was some kind of like fucking underage homosexual BPD shit?
So when I first learned about it, I immediately thought of Tanya, right? But it's obvious, especially from this article, that the appeal of these old men being attracted to young boys and young men, the appeal is their overall bratish behavior is what they find appealing.
It's basically it's like you're trying to date some chick that's at like the age of consent. nowadays. And I guess, like, back in fucking Roman times, it was okay to fuck a 12-year-old boy. You know, before the grace of Christ went over the Roman Empire. And I'm not trying to sound, like, I'm not trying to convert anybody, but Christianity was undoubtedly an improvement. I'm just saying.
That is literally the whole appeal to why they are attracted to these boys, right? They they really like their overall, like, I hate saying the phrase, but they really just like the overall, like, brattiness of how they act.
Has anyone told you that you're a brat? I mean,
Yeah,
speaking of Roman traditions.
Now, speaking of Roman traditions, Tanya the Gorbachev was like Roman in everything but ethnicity. He's more like Judge Holden if he was a loser and couldn't fuck anyone because he is a fat, pathetic loser.
He really is. I mean, Happy Halloween. Redacted. Last name.
But hey, I scammed $800, so...
Listen, Kane, I will tell you this again right now. I've told you this over 9,000 times before, and I'll tell you this, God bless, God hoping, 90,000 times afterwards. You did not scam money out of Tanya. You got money back for the American taxpayer. Okay?
Exactly.
You were getting our money back, and that means you're a hero.
Oh, Vash left. Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm sure. He was kind of breaking up a bit. Maybe he just wanted to go back to his own server. I don't fucking know. John, you're yucking my yum. I need you to take this stream with a grain of salt because it's mostly a humorous stream with educational intentions as an aside. Well, if there's a grain of salt you need to take it with, it'll probably be about the size of Lot's wife. All right? If you know, you know.
What is this Jonathan Manson?
I don't know, but you know what? It's nice to have multiple people in chat, okay? I don't know who he is. I don't care who he is. Maybe he's an actual different person. Maybe he's just an alt of Poob. I don't know. All I know is it's not Poob's actual name.
Let me read some of this.
Oh, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So the boy was often smooth, of tender skin and gracefulness, was considered becoming. As for specific points of beauty, the eyes and the hair are most frequently singled out, although here, of course, tastes vary. Apart from the above recurring details, other attractions, less often mentioned, include the coloring and complexion, sweetness of smile, speech, soft anus and honeyed thighs, and a lovely loin. In view of the youth and effeminacy of the boy, one might expect to find a degree of tenderness in his character, but the reverse is almost invariably the case. The pure delicace is generally cruel and unfaithful and greedy, just like me.
God damn it.
And this character is reflected in the situation found in... Well, what does that say?
In the situations found in pederastic poetry, Theognis is the first to complain openly of a boy's cruelty, and this complaint is often echoed by others. Basically, a bunch of pedophiles saying, "Oh, boo-hoo, the fucking child we were wanting to butt rape fucking tricked us. Oh, boo-hoo, we're retarded."
Yeah, he couldn't handle the stress of dealing with someone who obviously is too much to handle because their brain isn't fully developed.
Yeah, it's almost like, they're fucking retarded. One manifestation of this cruelty was the way in which the boy tended to neglect or refuse the poet. Another was his habit of being unfaithful to him and taking up with other men. That really does sound like some BPD 18-year-old girl shit.
Yeah, maybe it's because...
Kane, you're breaking up a lot.
Maybe he didn't like...
Good.
I'm breaking up.
You sound better now.
Maybe the issue is that let me know if I'm breaking up, but maybe the issue is that, maybe the boy found someone that wasn't an old man, someone that he actually considered attractive, and would remain faithful to an old man who just wants to rape him in his asshole, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about Elagabalus, though.
Oh, we're going to get to that. Such behavior means that frequently the poet is possessive and jealous of rivals, and either warns the boy of the danger of nemesis or prays that he suffer punishment. Again, the puer delicatus tends to have a mercenary streak. At Aristophanes, mention is made of the practice of giving boys birds to overcome their obstinacy. But by the time of Glaucus, such presents are scorned and tastes are more expensive. So, Elagabalus, my greatest of all time. So basically, I guess grooming little boys got a little more difficult as time went on.
Yeah, because they, fought back.
The theme of gifts also occurs in Discordies. Oh, God fucking damn it. I thought Discord being involved with grooming minors was exclusive to our era. I guess it wasn't. Callimachus and Virgil. Such, then, is the character of the puer delicatus, and such the conventional situations found in connection with whatever. The course of boy love seldom ran smooth. In the whole of pederastic poetry up to and including the Augustans, there is only one clear instance of a happy affair between Menalcus and Amenitas at Virgil, Although even here, Menalcus complains of the boy's behavior and criticizes his musical skill. And the above
maybe because the boy is like 13 and doesn't really have good musical skills.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
It's almost like rampant butt rape is not going to help you reach those higher notes.
He's like, ooh, my little boy is not very good at music.
In the above gone.
Oh, no, I'm just making a shitty joke.
That's alright. It's alright.
You continue reading.
The fuck was happening in Rome? They created an empire. That's what they did. In the above discussion of the God damn it. In the above discussion of the figure of the puer delicatus and the situations of pederastic poetry, it has been expedient to combine the Augustans and their predecessors. But when considering the tone and approach of the poet, a distinction between the two is necessary. In poets before the Augustan period, the tone is almost invariably serious and one of involvement. Most often the lover is depicted as infatuated with his present boy, or at any rate, a keen pederast in general. Mothman says, the more I hear, the more I realize how closely NAMBLA, amongst other groups, parroted this. Especially the part of... Pindar, quoted above, describes himself as wasting away when he looks at the youthful limbs of boys. Rhianus claims some Greek bullshit and goes on to list in somewhat obsessive detail a variety of attractions. So does Meleager, indulges in a sexual fantasy involving the simultaneous attentions of a number of boys to Philocles, while he depicts himself as entirely abject to Theocles and ends with the appeal of some fucking Greek shit. And Theocritus, the lover who was scorned by a boy, actually commits suicide.
Oh, wait, a boy committed suicide?
No. A lover who is scorned by a boy.
Oh, wait, the boy scorned him? That's awesome.
So the pedophile killed himself.
Yeah, his little Greek slave did not want his bullshit anymore.
Well, can
Is
you?
my understanding.
At the end of the day, can you truly blame them?
No, obviously not. I mean, that's how I felt when I was fed up with the fat piggy albino.
No
and
kidding.
his bullshit.
I mean, yeah, we basically publicly lynched an Italian, like in New Orleans.
You're like, let's continue lynching the Italian. And he's like, don't do that. And you're like, no, fuck you. You try to use me as a meat shield.
Mothman continues, the gift giving, the language, the overall obsession, the means of it. It's really intriguing and alarming how closely history loves to rhyme with itself. You know, if there's the one thing that Karl Marx was correct about is that history repeats itself as a tragedy and then as a farce. Holy shit, he was dead on the money with that. Along with the working class needing to have guns. He was right about that too.
Oh, dude, these are like the exact same things Tanya was doing.
It was his ancestral drive. Okay, he couldn't help it.
Yeah, giving me money for his to try and buy affection, which obviously didn't work because why would I give affection to a 40-year-old fat obese pedophile who is like balding and is cross-eyed and looks like Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah, except without any of the money that would make people put up with this shit. He's surrounded by that.
Yeah, 'cause he lives in this shitty Section 8 housing, and he's like, and now his EBT is gone.
Except that, however, apparently a couple of judges somehow have appropriated control over the legislative and executive branch, stating that they must keep paying the welfare train. So we're not going to get a bunch of EBT riots in the near future.
Yeah. Imagine.
Cain only left because the money was to Cain as the birds were to the Romans. I guess Poob laughed at something that I have no idea about.
Oh, man.
Even when not professing his infatuation, the pederast usually appears to be in earnest, whether hoping for success, complaining of the boy's behavior, warning of a nemesis, or attacking rivals. The element of humor in this period is occasional and confined to a few poets. Anacreon, puns on the name of his boy.
If he's complaining about the behavior of the boy, maybe it's because the boy is very young and does not have a fully developed brain. Like, what a retard.
Yeah.
Like, fucking stupid, man.
It really is. It really is. So, Dioscorides, go figure some pedo shit's associated with something that looks like the name Discord, claims that Eros and Fund formed Sosarchus as anus tender as marrow to annoy Zeus because his thighs are far more...
That's fucking disgusting.
It really
his
is.
Anus is tender and his thighs are like succulent and juicy.
This really does sound like some homo shit.
Yeah, a certain furry can attest to this.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I don't think I want to ask.
Alright, let's continue with this.
As his thighs are far more honey than those of Ganymede, Meleager is slightly more inclined to humor. There is the amusing fantasy of Eros getting some of his own medicine. Being burned by the eyes of Myciscus, he applies the epithet well aimed that hits the target's well to the penis of Philocles. There was mockery of military imagery and the contempt of... it will be observed that on the few occasions when the tone is humorous, the joke tends to be quite coarse and is not directed against the poet himself. In the poet's approach to the theme of whatever the fuck that is. One has to take into account far more his individuality in the period in which he was writing. So Anacreon's pederastic poems are generally light and witty. So, you know, I guess if you're gonna butt rape a little boy, you might as well make it, you know, light and witty to go through.
I know, right?
Holy fuck.
Holy fuck, Lois.
And there's the pleasant conceit of Plato's soul on his lips. He was kissing Agathon. From what I understand, Plato didn't exactly approve of that shit. But you know what? I think we get the gist of it. This is basically some fucking bunny boiler BPD shit. That was kind of the sort of the archetype for these people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So let's kind of segue into this. Just a minute. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead and play it. See what this guy says.
Hold on. Sorry about that.
Sorry about
If you
that.
can't get a girlfriend, be
Shit. That was not what I wanted. We're having just
Okay, go ahead and play it. See what this guy...
Just a bit of minor technical difficulties here. Hold on. Let's take a look at this, shall we?
Some Jewish magic is corrupting your shit, man.
Yeah, it's my credit score, dude. They're attacking my credit score.
Well, let me be careful. Don't want to talk about Netanyahu on the live stream.
Yeah, all 3 people watching.
I told you got to put more hashtags in your video if you want to get to a wider audience. Although I already know some people aren't watching because of some stuff that happened in the server like
I don't
2
know.
weeks ago.
I don't know. I don't care. Let us. So we're just gonna do a little bit of. We're gonna do a bit of a segue, a bit. You know, just kind of get the. There you go.
Okay, go ahead and play it. See what this guy says.
I found my victims moving from town to town.
Convicted
I
child
scoped
predator.
them out on school grounds. I scoped them out in Little League Diamonds. I scoped them out in my own backyards, my neighborhoods, and things like that. I worked with people who had younger brothers. I socialized with those people so I could get in touch with their younger brothers and begin the grooming process. It would take time, but I knew what I was doing. It was all calculated. I mean, this is nothing that happened over.
Dude, he's like the most honest child predator I've ever seen. That's the funniest part.
Yeah. So, Bill de Compsa, yo, hello, Bill. So,
Your stream's closed.
well, hold on there. We are gonna
if you can't
rectify that. So, you wanted to talk about a femboy grooming cult, Kane.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
hold
this is-
on, we're gonna change this Detroit vision. I guess we're gonna watch something from Turkey Tom, I guess?
Yeah. The
Oh.
Turkey Tom video.
Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are.
get a girlfriend,
What the fuck? Jesus.
If you can't get a girlfriend, become the girlfriend.
I guess that's the idea.
become the girlfriend. To most, this phrase is nothing more than a funny quip. However, one man's meme is another man's maxim, and in 2018, an individual on 4chan took this idea so seriously as to try to
Okay, join Trap Discord group. They ask for a picture of me, dressed up in order to join, showing face. It's like a cult everyone worships. Redacted, Reiko. Turns out they've doxed me and have all my info. They're blackmailing me with the pic, saying that if I don't take hormone replacement therapy, they will blackmail it to my family and friends. They've done this to numerous other people. What do I do now? Oh, yes,
Oh my
Bill.
God.
Oh, yes, Bill.
Turn every self-loathing, lonely anon on the site into a cute femboy, even if it was against their will. In the process, he
fucking
turns the
nasty.
internet against him, starting a manhunt to dox him, track him down, and hold him accountable for his crimes. This is a story about incels, shills, sissification, grooming, and blackmail. This is the story of Reiko's trap harem. And before we begin, I'd like to clarify that the purpose of this video is not to make any political statements or push an agenda, and the various viewpoints expressed by all individuals I'll be covering are not necessarily my own. While most people on the outside probably think of 4chan as a whole as an incel site, particular boards represent that demographic far more than others. Case in point, Robot 9001, better known as
You see, this has kind of been something that's been around for about 15 years, Kane. This R9K shit. I mean, this is just kind of been the general area where people who can't get laid, I guess, congregate.
Yeah, and now it gets to the point where these guys or boys are like getting groomed to troon out and act like women.
It's all fucked up. It's fucked up, dude. It's all fucked up, dude.
R9K. While not its original purpose, it has, in effect, become a board dedicated primarily to NEETs, or those who are not in education, employment, or training. To put it simply, it's the hikikomori, guys living in their mother's basements, or people who are otherwise socially withdrawn, and they—
You know, losers.
Like Tanya.
Yeah. And, you see, if you right now are not in education, employment, or training, clock's ticking.
They call themselves robots. Robots come together to discuss their lives, or rather, their struggles, such as not having friends, a girlfriend, or any life prospects to speak of. Even the more mundane aspects of their lives are often the topic of conversation because of the unusual challenges they face. A lot of humorous green texts have come from this board as a result. Had an itchy bottom for weeks. Notice when I wash more, it doesn't itch so much. Wash every day, itching goes away.
Ugh, find out that wash butt make butt not itch. Ugh.
My butt no longer itches when I wash it.
Ugh, ponder on this.
Ooga booga.
I mean, these fucking retards are... They're dumber than cavemen. Cavemen at least, learned. Before, 20 or however old this... fucking moron is that posted this, or assuming he isn't baiting other morons to revealing that, yes, in fact, they actually didn't get this until they were able to legally drink.
Dude, I have a funny...
I know, I sound like I'm some old man yelling at the clouds already, okay?
I have a funny image I want to show you.
Alright, okay.
It's so stupid.
All right. Okay. Let me take a look here. Let's see. Hold on, just a minute. I think. Yep. I would say that is quite fitting, Kane.
Hmm?
Oh, I believe this Bill. I see. Bill Tecumseh. I know what his identity is. Thank you. Glad you're here, Bill.
Stop
Bill
washing
Nye,
every
the
day,
science
and itching
guy.
comes back. I think I've found a good reason to wash every day, bros. Never used to bother me, sitting around not washing for a few days. But maybe it's age. What things have you learned about yourself lately, R9K? You people are absolutely disgusting. Local Anon discovers that hygiene has actual functions. B11. Store all my Legos in the closets in a room that no one uses. One day, sister's friend comes over. She finds the Legos I've built and collected. Destroys all of them. Find out about it after she leaves. Fall into a Great Depression. Quit Legos because of it. That bitch. You should find her and stalk her. Build a Lego hammer and beat her to death. I once pretended to have a psychotic episode and smashed a MacBook with a bat to keep my brother and his fiancée from stumbling across pictures I photoshopped of her giving birth to me. Of course, we can't forget all the notorious images of people's piss jugs and catastrophic looking rooms from their absolutely
In other words, if you come to my apartment, this is just a typical view of it. You know?
I love fucking piss jugs, man.
Oh yeah, no, come to Samus Mahomes' apartment. You'll get to see a giant fucking mess. You know? Because I'm a stupid Nepo baby.
Yeah. Oy vey.
demented lifestyles. But it's not all fun and games. As much as we like to joke about them, these situations take their toll on people. Robots are understandably desperate considering their living conditions, so threads on the board often have a depressing undertone, or a resentful one, where people turn their hatred towards women and so-called normies, who unfairly get to enjoy the perks of being well-adjusted, while they don't. Though the stereotype has always existed, R9K set the gold standard for the loser archetype, a guy obsessed with those who do better than him, usually ranting about Chads, Alphas, Stacys, and a dictionary's worth of other newspeak you've probably heard before. And sometimes, their frustration takes a drastic turn for the worse. Multiple mass shootings have been associated with 4chan, but one case was connected to R9K in particular. You may have seen the post in question before. Some of you guys are alright. Don't go to school tomorrow if you are in the Northwest. A thread will be posted tomorrow morning. So long, space robots. This post, made on September 30th, 2015, wasn't just an edgy troll, as the next day, a shooting would take place at Umpqua Community College, with the perpetrator taking 9 lives and injuring 8 others. In another case, a teenager named Shuab Aslam shot himself on livestream, holding up a paper that read, "By R9K."
Very fucking Muslim.
All around.
You know, so in other words, addition by subtraction.
Dude, his name sounds so fucking Muslim. He's like, Bismillah.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, the guy's he's like, what, underage? So he's probably already raped a 4-year-old. So, I mean, really, the world's better off without people like that.
Well, underage at the time. I'm sure this guy is older than I am now.
Well, I mean, he would be.
Yeah.
It's a terrible state of affairs. Worse still, certain risks are posed by congregating such a large pool of people with poor mental health. They're vulnerable to manipulation or being taken advantage of. If someone wanted to, they could promise these Anons what they want most in life: companionship, validation, even an outlet for their sexual frustrations. All a thinly veiled disguise for... On 4chan, shills are commonplace. If you've ever gone on it to ask a question, you've probably been called one. But what is a shill? Well, a shill is someone who tries to engage in deceptive or covert advertising. Shills pose as regular posters to appear natural and blend in as if they were unrelated individuals, while promoting something they're associated with. However, the people labeled as shills usually advertise something that goes against a board's typical ideology or set of values, so it's used pejoratively against them.
Basically, it serves to maintain the hug box.
It's like how Elagabalus, when he became Roman Emperor, started shilling his worldview. And, we'll talk about Elagabalus more later, but...
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm hearing that, like, speaking... It's like a femboy is, like... You ever play Pokemon, Kane?
I did. Power World's better, but yeah, I play Pokemon.
So... to me, femboys are like the middle stage evolution between an awkward autistic guy and a fucking troon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. It's like you start off socially inept and autistic and awkward, then you get groomed to be a femboy, then you just troon out entirely.
Yeah, well, good thing I had an Everstone embedded in my butt.
What the hell?
Okay? Fuck that tranny shit.
Absolutely.
And I'm not sticking a dick in that, okay? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Half brainwashed. What could he mean by this?
when observant Anons notice their mischief. Maybe someone's trying to promote their Discord server when people are just trying to talk on the board. Or perhaps it'll be an individual attempting to push leftist ideas on a far-right board.
Who is that? Who the fuck is that?
That is Hassanachu. Cenk Uyghur said...
Hassan Piker?
Yeah, Hassanachu. He zapped his dog to the extreme.
Oh, man.
Or vice versa. Some shills just want to derail conversations and threads by starting pointless arguments. Do a little trolling, if you will, merely for its own sake. Others make what is called a slide thread, a meaningless thread meant to decrease the quality of the conversations happening on the board. It fits the board's purpose just enough so that it doesn't get moved to another board or deleted, with the sole intention of making other threads slide down on the board's cache.
Basically, it's a very clean way if, let's say, you're somebody that has a bit of prominence and doesn't want an army of autists digging into you. It's actually a pretty effective way of making that shit get off your ass. I mean, you look at 4chan. You ever look into the He Will Not Divide Us shit, or at the very least, if you watch that video by Internet Historian?
I have not.
Okay, so you see, they managed to find this guy's flag. He decided to put it out in the middle of, bumfuck Tennessee. They found this flag within 24 hours using, they looked at flight paths, the sounds of local fauna, frogs, funny enough, and local topography.
I see.
And they also managed to find Shia LaBeouf in a fucking Waffle House.
Was this before Transformers or after?
Well after.
Oh, so when he was going crazy.
Yeah, this is after Even Steven. After Transformers. Hello, Toya. And this anonymous Sora117. I have no idea who it is.
Catalog, hence the name. But not all shilling is created equal. Some shills are more creative and unorthodox than others. Sure, you could just promote your Discord server or your ideology, but what if you promoted a Discord server with an ideology that's consisted exclusively of compelling lonely men to cross-dress? It sounds weird, but in 2019, R9K became flooded with so-called trap threads, which proselytized the benefits of becoming trans or just cross-dressing and being a femboy. Let's be clear here. We're not talking...
You gotta love how they turn chokers into just something that hides an Adam's apple.
It's interesting. It's very interesting that this was in 2019 because I was still in high school.
Yeah,
when all this happened.
I mean, look, you were still one of those.
Minors.
Yeah, but even I knew better to go onto a 4chan board.
Hold on, Kane. I'm gonna attend to something for a minute. I'm just gonna play the video while I do that, just a bit. I'll be back.
Talking about the trans threads on a board like LGBT, for example, which serve as a forum for trans people to vent and share information. The threads on R9K were attempting to market the transition to lowlifes and outcasts by pandering to their insecurities. If intrusive gay thoughts were ever a thing, these certainly read like them. So, why haven't you become a cute girl yet, Anon? It's so easy to do. HRT is actually ridiculously cheap. Already looking pretty feminine just from some light exercise and a decent diet. Time to leave the male gender behind. He hasn't taken the trap pill yet. Why do you want to be lonely? So, why haven't you taken the pink pill yet, Anon? It's extremely cheap and easy to get. Girls don't have to be lonely. So why haven't you become a cutie girl yet, Anon? It was sold as a way to get laid, with the catch being that you're gonna get laid, with another dude. If you can't attract a woman, become a woman and attract men instead. As ridiculous as it sounds, R9K is a red board, meaning it allows not safe for work content. Add to that the pre-existing popularity of anime and fetishistic content among this demographic of men, and this material infested the board with ease. Just post a thread with a picture of a cross-dressing male, a trap if you will, and start selling transitioning as the solution to every robot's woes. The shenanigans didn't end there. There were
I'm back. Kane, you've got to command the command. You can do it. Look, the crowd is getting restless. Happy Halloween, everybody. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing any robot shit, like taking a leak inside of empty water bottles. I mean, what kind of sick fuck would do that?
Yeah, I wonder who'd do that. Speaking of which.
So it's like, if I wanted to be, it's kind of, again, hello, Toya. It's like, wow, it's funny. She gravitates from one politically incorrect bearded millennial Missourian to another. But I still, no, I'm joking. I don't actually think that. That's stupid. Let's keep, I'm drunk. Forgive me.
Also guides and instructionals, such as how to achieve trap mode aesthetics. This image includes diet and exercise recommendations, including but not limited to eating more soy.
I remember this image exactly. Like, it was always shown to me by the people I used to hang out with in high school.
Kane, would you like to tell us more about these people? Because I think that our audience would like to hear more about it.
Well, without going into too much detail,
not yet. But let's kind of give them a bit of an intro, shall we say?
No, it's just I met like very weird people around that time, and my the most interesting person was a Trunie that I went to high school with, and they showed me this exact image. They're like,
"Well, Kane, if you want to be one, you must follow these exact steps."
Oy vey. Oh, he was a Jew, by the way. I should make that very clear.
Well, of course, because after all, I mean, you can talk about how 16 million people might have some magic powers, which is, I'm going to check notes, an IQ with less than one standard deviation above the average European, and I guess high verbal IQ to manipulate whatever. I mean, at some point, you gotta admit you got tricked.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know, why would anyone even like take this image seriously? I mean, you probably don't see it on this image. I could probably find the exact image for you and send it to you.
All right. Well, and we're Kane. The audience is looking at the shit. We are. Kane, I believe Toya says, what are you drinking? I am drinking Fireball because I have no class and taste whatsoever. Kane, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, I already drank all the Barefoot.
Ach du lieber.
It's my
Seamus, I would like a copy of the stream so I can, when it's over, so I can rewatch parts I miss. Poob, the stream will be available. I will still keep it live, okay? We are not going to have any incidences where any sort of redacted incidents will interfere with the purpose of redacted purpose, okay? It's all going to be live, all right? It's all going to be live. Let's go.
Boy, drinking water from plastic bottles with BPA, eating less meat, and drinking.
I'm reading this and it looks like some half-assed version of how Saitama, the lead from One Punch Man, managed to get superpowers and have the hairline of the average Polish man at age 27, aka go completely bald.
Of course, much of this material was more explicit in nature, but we can't get into all of it. Now, a lot of people were not happy about this. You can see them in the replies to these threads, being annoyed by the incessant posting of topics which they were at best uninterested in, and at worst, repulsed by and ideologically opposed to. R9K is a board for original content, same threads day in, day out. I mean, the board has clearly failed to do its job, so just delete it already. You're all going to get tired of spamming this, and everyone's going to go back to posting. But who was behind such a ridiculous effort, and why? Was it completely organic, or was someone trying to convince presumably straight men to become gay? And how could that even work? Were Anons suddenly discovering their true sexuality en masse? Was this a sinisterly orchestrated plot, or just a troll of some sorts to make the board so flooded with homoerotic material as to make it unusable for the average denizen? Whatever the case was, robots were getting fed up. They wanted answers, and answers they would soon get.
So,
Reiko's harem.
oh, Reiko. For a second, I thought you said Waco, and I'm thinking, like, why is David Koresh involved with this?
We should definitely talk about the Waco siege sometime.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like, I actually found out about Waco, not through the city of Waco, not about that. It was actually looking at, like, some pamphlet from I don't know if it was Bud Light or Miller Lite for college football, and I saw that Baylor University was in Waco, Texas. And then I heard Waco, and I said, oh yeah, Dad, that's where Baylor plays. Like, yeah, Samus, that's what I know about Waco. Yeah. And he just kept driving and kept going. Now, I do want to talk about the Waco siege because, you know how, like, people saying both sides are wrong is usually the sign of a fence-sitting, homosexual who likes the feeling of the pole up their butt. This is one of those situations that, yes, both sides are wrong. The Branch Davidians were led by a fucking pedophile who wanted to, like, basically use his position to fuck everybody from the age of 8 to 80. The ATF was led by some fucking bulldyke trying to fucking prove herself instead of actually just doing the goddamn job. And that's why there was a fucking disaster. And the thing is, they could have fucking arrested David Koresh just on the street, but they just did it to show that, we're not a bunch of pussies. The Republicans are wrong. We can show our muscle whenever we want. Fuck up.
It's simple. It's simple. They just wanted to make an example of the guy during the Waco siege. Or
Yeah.
wait, no, I'm confused. No,
Like, no. Like, here's the thing. It was one of those things where you had sort of a dominant ideology with sort of the, but the thing about the hippie era, people don't understand this nowadays, but the response to this created about the most conservative period in American politics since in the 100 years. Okay? For some reason, a generally capitalist country doesn't like people, butt-fucking things. I disagree with you on Waco, then sorta, but that's even better. Imagine the content. Down to 2 viewers, but you know what? Actually, Poob, I wouldn't mind talking to you about Waco. I think that would be a very interesting stream. A PatCon. Well, okay, what's PatCon? Mothman. But I guess we'll find out after I keep playing this, okay?
It was suspected for a while that this was a coordinated effort organized in Discord servers to overrun the board. Later, in March 2018, these suspicions would be confirmed. A tidal wave of information would emerge over just a few days, exposing what had been brewing for the past several months. The exact order in which the leaks were made is unclear, since this disorganized investigation took place on 4chan, but one of the first iterations of the story as we now know it was made on March 24th, 2018. An anonymous user posted the following. Reminder that redacteds have been on a campaign to psychologically brainwash young and vulnerable males. Attached to this post was a screenshot of Discord messages sent by a user named Reiko. They're talking to someone else named Haruka, saying, "First victim of the night. I won't rest until every sissy boy on R9K has started HRT."
You know, you see, if you wanted to, like, you know, come up with a name for a trailing honest female, maybe try not, you know, grabbing shit out of anime. I mean, when you're, like, you know, dumber at coming up with a new name than fucking Chris Chan, you know you failed. I mean, he went from Chris Chin to Christine, so just saying.
Christine Westland Chandler.
Hey, you know, we're talking about some crazy motherfucker actually, you know, being smarter than 95% of these, you know, anime addicted, porno addicted, you know, autist, crazy people. Yeah.
Or at the very least, cross-dressing. Less jeans in the world, and more traps for me. Attached to Reiko's message was an image of someone responding to him on 4chan, saying, "Thanks, Anon, I'll think about it more seriously," presumably referring to the process.
Alright, I'm only stopping this because I actually got an answer on what PatCon is. My apologies for the diversion. PatCon was an entire program by the U.S. government to systematically remove the problematic rights of Americans and to dismantle the national militia movement. Really interesting stuff. It sounds like something from the Clinton era, you know, aka the last time things were semi-normal, quote unquote. I was a kid then, you know, I kind of knew what it was like, but you know, it was, I think if I was born 10 years earlier, I think I would have been able to see, like, shit coming on the horizon, but, you know. I was born in 1990, dude. Like, 9/11 happened when I was 11. I'm not even
born.
I know, it's just, God, I mean, you know, real interaction of the generations here. You know, it's great. I love it. I love it.
Aspect of transitioning. Either this screenshot was a fabrication, or there was indeed someone trying to push cross-dressing on R9K to satisfy their fetish. As more screenshots of Reiko leaked, the internet would soon find out that it was the latter. Another image was posted of Reiko listing all of the threads he started on R9K. Why haven't you transitioned yet, Anon? You won't have to be lonely anymore. What's stopping you from becoming the girlfriend? When will you take the trap pill, Anon? I decided to become a trap a few years ago, and now I stopped being a hikikomori and am enjoying life to the fullest. These are all of our current threads. Again, he was discussing this with Haruka, who said, "They are onto us." In that same screenshot, Reiko says, "lol," laughing at the following angry response to his shilling. 3 of these threads are up right now, asking the same thing in the catalog. You are a predator, and I hope no joy ever comes to your life. You motherfucker. You can psyop your shit at Pol or Soch, but to push your sick fish on these lonely, depressed robots personally disgusts me. The third screenshot takes place in a channel called #TrapShill, suggesting that they dedicated a whole server to these activities. Reiko discusses how their operation is going with another user named Sorion. Really, it's unbelievable how they think it's just us. It's so dumb how they haven't figured out that there are loads of people I've got just to shill. So, Ray, how do you want to switch up the trap threads to avoid being filtered? Reiko: yes, we should do that. It's not very difficult to get past filters, to be honest. Just put random spaces, misspell things, etc.
Which, you know, I think if there was actually semi-decent moderation on these sites, they would have long ago picked that shit out. I mean, it would take like a day of actual, like, dedication to figure what these people are doing.
And another thing, these people at the time were probably minors.
Probably?
Most likely, to be exact. Like, because you're not just taking advantage of like desperate young men. You're taking advantage of these prepubescent high schoolers.
Well, they're not prepubescent. Okay, if they're in high school, actually, they're not prepubescent.
Actually. But yeah, they're like, you know, they're like impressionable to manipulation, of course, because they're, you know, not 25. They're like 15, 16 or younger.
Okay,
right?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, dude, I mean, I mean, when I was 15, I was very much, pubescent, post-pubescent. I mean, I'm not trying to be like a fucking Ephraim here, but, you know, prepubescent is literally before the balls drop. Let's keep going.
Etc.
Yeah.
Sorion. True. Really, R9K is so dumb, they'd probably suspect us of making it so our trap threads don't get filtered. Lol. Though I'm still wondering about the loyalty of the people I've hired. Reiko. I mean, you're paying them to do such an easy thing. I don't see why anyone would go against us and f that up. Free money, pretty much. Sorion. While that's true, lots of people want to work for both sides to gain the benefits of the two. They want to gain my show money while gathering info. Some screenshots dated a few months earlier show the beginnings of this operation and the philosophy behind it all, if you can call it that. Reiko. Want to join my harem Discord? You can help convince the femboys and traps there to take HRT. Screen cap everything the non-believers say. We'll have the last laugh. Haruka. Yes, this operation will be kicked into overdrive once I get enough money to pay shills to tell people to transition. Then we will create a world where everyone gets laid. A paradise. Reiko. Tears of
Everyone
joy.
gets raped.
You know, I gotta ask, has there been a cause that's led to more deaths in the last 100, 200 years than the greater good? The greater good was to get rid of the Jews, or to get rid of the kulaks, or the capitalists, or the monarchs, or whoever the hell was impeding whatever stupid utopian idea was, you know, just on the horizon, as long as we get rid of the bad people.
Oh yeah, I blame Netanyahu for femboys even existing, to be honest. So.
I mean, I know the guy's been involved with Israeli politics for 30 years, but I feel like, considering the sort of shit this stuff echoes throughout the eras, all the way to the Bachabazi shit of Afghanistan, like, even if Netanyahu wanted to convert every fucking Western male into some, you know, femboy lover like Tanya, he doesn't have the... I mean, you can blame a lot of shit on Netanyahu, but I really don't think that's one of them, okay? Blame the destruction of Gaza on him, or Palestinians being fucking retarded. Also, in case the 4 viewers watching give a fuck about sports, it looks like Game 6 of the World Series, the Los Angeles Dodgers had defeated the Toronto Blue Jays 3-1, so I guess you're getting to Game 7. You know what? It's basically overtime, as far as baseball or any other that gay shit's concerned.
Nice. Very
Haruka.
awesome.
The world is poised to turn all beta
Sports
males
ball.
into those who
Goy
will die
slop.
as virgins or become redacteds and get laid. We will accelerate this future by converting all robots on R9K into male to female girls. Our job is to accelerate human evolution. In the future, 60% of all born men will be converted
human
into
evolution,
T-girls
right.
with HRT and surgery if they don't have enough masculine features, or if their
Yes, because as we all know, the best way to facilitate human evolution is by sterilizing a bunch of people.
Oh, what kind of human evolution is this?
Human de-evolution.
Oh, absolutely.
Genes predispose them towards a life of rejection by women if they grow up as men. They are not men. They are girls. Parentheses, male. Haruka. In the future, there will be no Huns, and all traps will have a big set of nice boobs and curves and female bone structures. It's too late for the majority of us. I, for example, cannot transition since it would compromise my life socially. But other than that, I really believe I should be transitioning. We must encourage everyone who can to do it. Everyone who can pass should be doing it. Many people don't get laid because girls are hypergamous.
And I believe that is a good time to say that, Kane, it's called eugenics. That's why.
Mostly because they're soy boys, and soy boys are basically closet redacteds. Haruka, when you post trap threads on Poll, some of them will say, I want a trap girlfriend. The idea is inside everyone. We target these Poll redacteds and use it to turn Poll into redacteds. It will spread from these to the others. Haruka is talking about the prospect of the far-right users on the board / Poll becoming fashy femboys. I don't know what's more cataclysmic, this or the time when
I mean, it seems like Kane that could... It feels like that's an alternate timeline you could have gone down. I hate to say it.
What, become a brony? Oh, God, that'd be even worse.
No. Fashy femboy. I mean, you... Let's keep going.
/MLP and /Poll fused into ML Poll and became a hateful brony board. In any case, there was some question of how long all of this had been going on. If you were to look up the Discord username Reiko3333 on Discord, you would find that he'd been shilling, presumably this same Discord server, on R9K for quite some time. Most recently, in March 2018, he posted, recruiting traps, redacteds, and females for my harem Discord. Add me up. But it went all the way back to November 2017 when he made a thread saying, hey, any traps want to join my harem Discord to fluff up the numbers so I don't look pathetic? Apparently, this really was an operation to turn the robots gay, orchestrated by a clearly demented man with too much time on his hands. But what were his motives? Well, it's actually not hard to guess. Dated September 2017, we have the following work of literary horror and hilarity from Reiko himself, though there's some question of this being a copy pasta. My ultimate fantasy is kidnapping a cute boy and locking him up in my basement. I will let him consume...
Oh, no. What the fuck?
My ultimate fantasy is kidnapping a cute boy and locking him up in my basement.
I will let him consume nothing but soylent estrogen and milk mixed with my beep. Every day when I catch him about to sleep in bed, I will enter his room, manhandle him into a chair, restrain him, and put him in front of a monitor that is showing terabytes of trap corn and sissy hypno videos. As he falls more and more for psyop, I will start to leave dildos and other sex toys around his room for him to play with. Near the end of this training, I will remove all the toys from his room and leave makeup, shaving tools, and dresses in his room. I'll deny him any kind of pleasure for a week straight, and when he is completely lust-filled, I will descend in his room with nothing but a mask on, and I'm gonna butt rape him. September 30th, 2017. What the hell is this homo shit?
Retardation.
Will deny him any kind of pleasure for a week straight, but when he is completely lust-filled, I will descend into his room with nothing but a mask on. Haruka, on the other hand, explained their actions with the following. Most actual trans people need a push to end repression, and by giving that push, we can save them from, even worse, Hun status. Since you can't actually make someone trans, giving the wrong person a push is fairly low risk and harmless. Ergo, it makes sense to push and push aggressively. Point is, I think most of us wish we'd figured it out younger and would have appreciated someone pushing us. So we try to make the world a better place by pushing others.
Wait, figured out younger, like they're openly wanting to like get groomed and raped when they're like what, 12? It's not good.
Well, I mean, we're talking about porn addiction, dude, and it's a hell of a drug.
Oh yeah,
But the
porn
most
addiction definitely
insane and
contributes.
anime villain-esque explanation of all came from a user on the server named Malfian. This same guy seemed to believe he was a wizard, which honestly is on brand with the message that follows. Those who find me often ask, will the spam stop? And what will it take for this to end? And I have an answer. The spam will never stop as long as normies infest my board. I've been here 10 years, and I intend to be here 10 years longer. The changes I see are ones of calcification and drifting towards the normalcy of Google, YouTube, etc., where everything is sanitized and frozen in time. I do not care one way or the other about the current zeitgeist of transgenderism, just like I did not care back in 2014 about cuckoldry or Gamergate. What will be made clear, however, is that if you decide to visit this ancestral land of filth and decay, that you will not leave unchanged. You shall become something that you once hated, and forevermore shall you be that twisted and horrid thing. No, I do not care for simply victory over this invasion. I shall see minds warped and bodies mutated into purposeless forms by the changer of ways. With the consent of those weak-willed enough to heed the siren's calls, I fill the board with. There is no victory over the chaos we presently represent, but there is victory over the souls and minds of the visitors and the casual users of the board. I will not stop until every man who dares enter this holy place of ours is faced with a wall of knives, onto which he shall willingly fall upon, or a wall of needles, which will close in and mutate him into the abominations we love to laugh at.
I have an IQ of 100 and I think it's 140.
Holy shit.
This is some fucking animation shit.
Yeah, it's their grooming cult for turning prepubescent boys into their little femboys.
Yeah, you know, it's a grooming factory.
The trap spam has threefold purpose: to normalize the idea of trans people as a force in their lives, to confuse the users into seeing femininity and masculinity where there is none or both, and to convince the users of a prevalence of these ideas in outside society. Those that actually do go outside and see the world for what it is know that there are nowhere near as many traps as are presented, but chances are if they go out that frequently, they do not have the time or alignment to argue against it with their likely liberal views and busy schedules. If the mods act against us, there are countless countermeasures against them. If the users act against us, they shall not emerge unchanged and unbroken in spirit. If the newest and best abominations change, then we'll just change gear like when we stopped the cuck spam to start the redacted spam.
Basically, it's indoctrination, but instead of like horrible, like genocidal robots from outer space, it's a bunch of faggots in a Discord.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Mass Effect's fucking awesome.
Bam. No singular act can stop us. No group of people with the knowledge of our deeds and plans could ever hope to stop it any more than a storm spotter can stop a hurricane. We have been denied our home for too long now, and this present pain we all feel will be from places upon the backs of those who stand against the primordial. With this determination, we shall shatter Overton's window and scream to the highest heavens and lowest hells until the decision is made to turn the damned hole into a wall. And once more, may we know the peace of isolation. Along with these screenshots was a collection of 9 Discord accounts supposedly involved. R9K had all but confirmed the allegations of shilling at this point, which, all in all, seemed like a perverted, but mostly harmless and entertaining ploy. At the most, it was annoying for R9K users. And who knows, maybe a few people were converted into Reiko's femboy religion, but altogether, it looked more like basement dwellers trolling other basement dwellers and acting like Machiavellian puppet masters in the process. But the story doesn't end there. It would be mere days before more sensationalistic and sinister accusations about Reiko and his true motives started cropping up. On April, if I don't take a cult, it would be mere days.
My ultimate fantasy is kidnapping a cute boy and locking him up in my basement. I will let him consume nothing but Soylent, estrogen, and milk mixed with my semen. Every day when I catch him about to sleep in bed, I will enter his room, manhandle him into a chair, restrain him, and put him in front of a monitor that are showing terabytes of trap porn and sissy hypno videos. I guess this is the uncensored screenshot that was... As the training progresses, it'll get more advanced. At the end, he will also be locked in a chastity cage with vibrators up his ass, taped to his dick, and taped to his nipples. As he falls more and more for my Jewish side...
My Jewish psyop.
I will start to leave dildos and other sex toys around his room for him to play with. Near the end of his training, I'll remove all the toys from his room and leave makeup, shaving tools, and dresses in his room. I will deny him any kind of pleasure for a week straight, and when he is completely lust-filled, I will descend into his room with nothing but a mask on, and I will fucking penetrate that butthole like my name is Timber.
He gets poop all over his tiny ass dicklet.
Yeah, and it involves the, well, it doesn't involve. Hold on.
Before more sensationalistic and sinister accusations about Reiko and his true motives started cropping up. On April 4th, an Anon made the following post on R9K. Join Trap Discord group. They ask me for a picture of me dressed up in order to join, showing face. Is like a cult. Everyone worships some redacted called Reiko. Turns out they've doxed me and have all my info. They're blackmailing me with the pic, saying that if I don't take HRT, they will mail it to my family and friends. They've done this shit to numerous other people. What the f do I do now? Now, this post could be fake, but if it was to be trusted, the same Reiko that had been exposed before for shilling was allegedly blackmailing unsuspecting people into transitioning IRL. Now, there was only one message from Reiko about this in the original leaked screenshots, saying, "At Waseru, if I don't have another picture of your thighs by the end of the hour, I will be messaging your mom about your little secrets." Although, considering Waseru was supposedly one of the people involved, it was...
Yeah.
I will be messaging your mom. Are you Lio? I like some Lio shit. I will be messaging your mom that you're cross-dressing on the internet.
Yeah, you know,
15-year-old boy.
Oh, you can't, do this stuff.
Trujillo dice que es padres lo odian.
Alright, let's see if this was Sarah person.
Toya is back in black. Well, welcome back, Toya.
It's probably a joke.
Welcome back.
However, in another screenshot, Reiko mentions he has 3 servers, one being the trap posting server, and another one he calls the harem. This recalled his earlier post on 4chan about his Discord trap harem, which lent more credibility to the idea that he was rounding up people in servers to exploit them for his own gratification. However, Anons needed much more evidence than this. Well, another person, also on April 4th, posted something slightly more concrete, an image of them with the name Reiko written on their chest, as well as the phrase "PSN owns this," with an arrow pointing down into their pants. Along with this, they said, "Here you go. Reiko made me write his name on my body. I literally don't know what to do." Other images also surfaced of people writing Reiko's name on their bodies. These rumors and allegations spread like wildfire. People hated the trap posters already, and this justified their loathing and suspicions that these people were unhinged creeps. Plenty of threads were started on R9K to discuss, investigate, and collate info about the subject. Anons made videos and posts on other sites to summarize and further propagate the story about Reiko and his harem. Guy called Reiko and his pals gain the trust of boys with physical insecurities and get them to dress up in girly clothes and send pictures. Once these people have been doxxed, they are blackmailed to take HRT, or else their pictures will be sent to friends and family. We all have friends, family, and colleagues who browse R9K, an image board for young lonely lads to talk about despair and cry everywhere.
So, the shit that he decided to skip, I guess some guy actually killed himself because of this crap.
Oh god, that's not good.
Yeah, he said skull-capped. I guess the guy decided to yarmulke himself. Except instead of having a bank account with over $500,000 in it, he's dead.
But they are at horrendous risk from scammers. Yes, that's right. These furiously fetishing fiends are seeking vulnerable R9K bots to turn them into their little sissy boy slaves, using all sorts of emotional manipulation, threats, and docs. They're turning the frickin' robots gay. It's developing, it's happening. Bussygate 2018. The theory was that Reiko and his gang had chosen to conduct this psyop on R9K.
Bussygate 2018.
God damn, I wish I could return to that in more innocent time.
God, I wish I could return to the time when I didn't get groomed to be a femboy faggot in high school. Oh well.
Because the men there had a lot of pent-up desire, and they just wanted some kind of intimate interaction or validation, no matter what it was. It didn't matter if they had to get that validation by cross-dressing, and it didn't matter if it was coming from a guy like Reiko. Internet sleuths dug up Reiko's other accounts to find any other details about the man that could potentially dox him. He had a Twitch account, a profile on Steam, and a YouTube channel. Oh, look, how to draw an anime trap. Yeah, I'd say that sounds about right. People were already far, far into the land of speculation at this point, which ties back to the case of Shuab Aslam and his death. He took his life just a few weeks before, in March 2018. So people tried.
So it's some guy. I guess his family found he was engaging in some haram activity, and I guess he probably did this to avoid an honor killing. The source is my butt.
Tried to connect his death to Reiko. Remember that boy who skull-capped himself the other week? Apparently, he was caught up in it. While it was during the same period, and he was on R9K, there's no evidence of a connection other than that, and it ended up being nothing more than a rumor that spread solely because people kept repeating it. However, if true, it would explain why he did it, since, as his name indicates, he was either from a Muslim family or a Muslim country, and cross-dressing would be frowned upon to say the least. However, until then, there was no solid proof that Reiko had been blackmailing anyone. Running a sissy hypno psyop? Sure. But coaxing people into taking HRT, threatening to dox them, forcing them to write his name on themselves as opposed to them doing it willingly? There wasn't much of anything to back those allegations up. Well, until the following thread was made. Hello, I have proof of blackmail. My friend Yozam was caught up in the Reiko drama. They tried forcing him to take HRT and post pics or they would dox him. He was smart enough not to and tried to retaliate. Here's the logs. Please do not let Reiko do this to you. Linked in the thread were Discord logs.
So, how do you think this will work out? Let's find out.
The logs themselves, however, tell a bit of a different story. Reiko was indeed trying to pay someone to get the docs of this individual, whoever he was. But apparently, it was because Yozam had tried to swat Reiko. Now, even if that were the case, it could be retaliation against Reiko for attempting to force him to take HRT. And even if
not only is it the Portland Police Department, which might as well not fucking exist considering current events, they have apparently Fox-branded gloves in this sort of AI image, it appears, or something like that, which that is about the most Portland thing I can think of, aside from the cops being the pawns of Antifa.
This Yozam guy made a SWAT attempt, it wouldn't necessarily justify Reiko trying to dox him. Yozam, they tried doxing me. Anon, was that before or after you tried to swat him? Yozam, after I provoked him. He also posted some not very legal things, which drew the ire of Haruka. Anon, so basically, how did you find out about this stuff? I heard they were paying you to post threads, but you went turncoat. Yozam. What? That's a myth. Haruka and Reiko hate me. Reiko hates me because I wanted to swat him. Haruka hates me because I posted some not very legal things and I'm friends with a scammer. In other screenshots, Yozam affirmed the claim of HRT blackmailing, but did not provide any proof other than his testimony. Anon. So they did try to blackmail you into HRT? What age were you then? Yozam. This was a couple months ago. Actually, more like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yozam. After they threatened me, I retaliated. It's why they hate me. Yet again, the investigation was inconclusive.
Oh
The
my God,
person that would
Death Note
show up
music.
to help try and settle the matter after days of controversy was, surprisingly enough, Reiko himself. He gave an hour-long interview on a Discord server, wherein he gave his own, obviously biased and potentially dishonest, account of events. He came clean about many things. They were, indeed, paying people to spam the board with trap threads.
But like we found out that Mongo is like rich off crypto cash or something. She has paid a few people to post. I don't know the payment details. I don't know how she pays them. I don't know if she pays them by thread. I don't really question her too much because she kind of I don't know. She's nice, but a little lots of too.
Where did the money come from? A rich, neat girl named Mongo who made 70,000.
Sorry about that, Kane. I kind of departed for a little bit. What were you saying?
Oh no, it's the fact that he's getting his funds from a neat autistic girl, who I think is the same girl he convinced to transition.
Okay, so it's a sociopathic Lyle convoy. Got it.
Off of crypto. On the one hand, I'm thrilled that not everybody has access to money, when this is what this sick freak did with her cash, as opposed to literally anything else. However, I also have to appreciate the James Bond villain endeavor she undertook to finance trolling on an industrial scale. Reiko also gave an estimate of how much of the trap posting his server was responsible for.
Okay, and to give people perspective, what percentage would you say of the trap threads were yours?
I would say probably 15 to 20%.
As for the images of people with his name written,
So, we're talking at most a fifth, assuming this guy's honest. So let's just say at most half.
Oh yeah, that person's probably a minor in that image, by the way. I say probably, but yeah, imagine being a sick
and
fuck.
on them, he confirmed they were real and that he wanted them to do so. But according to him, it was entirely voluntary.
Yeah, he's...
Oh, what happened?
Nothing. I'm just considering many things. Let's keep going.
Basically just asking why there are loads of traps with like your name written on them and like other people's names and things.
That's not like a malicious thing though. It's not like I'm forcing or blackmailing them to write their names. Like, I mean, I really like thighs and like I've gotten people to or traps to write my name on their thighs before.
Yeah, have a seat right over there.
Have a seat right over there.
It's not like a blackmail thing or like a threat thing. It's just, I've gotten them to do that before. Like a lot of them are willing to do it for whatever reason.
He went on to give a rundown of his various servers and their functions.
Well, of course Discord's involved.
We had a RGTOW. Like that. I'm not going to really give the full server history on that, but
just give us a quick rundown.
It's just like it was pretty much for a while. The main owner was Haruka. It was just like it was mostly. It was just like a regular R9K until like the trap posting started, and then like we got leaked and we decided to make the trap shilling Discord. We referred to as Operation Traptopia.
Was that one more serious than the trap posting in RGTOW?
Yeah, that was like more secure and more serious, just because at that point we didn't want to really like get leaked anymore, draw any more attention, because obviously that not a very good idea. And then the harem Discord was something completely separate from both of those that I had for a long time myself. That
really?
it was just mostly like female and like trap friends and the server. And, like, it was kind of dead, honestly. It was just like fucking around. We would play.
What kind of females?
Male MTF, most likely.
Probably.
The games and it really wasn't that special. There was no blackmailing or like manipulating. Most of the people.
Bullshit.
And they were like my age or older.
Yeah, absolutely
teenager.
bullshit.
He claims that the youngest person on the server was 17, but that it was okay since he was 19.
I mean, I wouldn't really call that pedophilia, considering there was, like I said, it was like a sexual server,
Now,
and he never made any
I'll
sexual.
pause it here, if you could.
Mm-hmm.
Now that is the thing. I mean, the thing is, like, a 2-year age difference between a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old. Like, obviously, I wouldn't consider that pedophilia. However, it's still kind of like, it's still like, you know, you shouldn't have someone who is under the age of 18 sending suggestive pictures of themselves to you, like, at all.
Just to cover your own ass. I mean, to be honest, I don't really give a fuck if someone 19's fucking a 17-year-old. I mean, really, 20 to 16's kind of my Romeo and Juliet range, shall you say?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't care if it gets me canceled. Fuck you. That's my standard, okay? Fuck you. All this, like, oh my god, you were 18 in one day and you screwed a chick that was 17 years and 364 days old. You sick fuck! No, that shit's not gonna last, okay?
Yeah, absolutely not.
Like, it's not like it's a fucking age gap between us. It's not like I'm like 30 years old hanging out with like 17-year-old like fat. It's like I'm only 19.
Reiko also gave his version of the Yozam situation. According to him, Yozam was a 15-year-old, and the not very legal things he referred to as having posted were CP. Reiko supposedly only wanted to dox him to contact his mother and get him off the internet. However, that's relatively easy to debunk from.
Yeah, he was totally just doing Lyle Convoy stuff.
Oh, that's not good.
The Discord logs, which don't show him being concerned at all for Yozam's well-being, just vengeful over the swatting attempt. Reiko, of course, denied blackmailing anyone or doing anything criminal, but he still stated what he did was maybe kind of wrong.
I mean, I believe for the most part, like, I did wrong, like, I'll admit that, and, like, that's mainly because, like, I don't know, I came back to bite, like, a bunch of other people in the ass, just, like, random people. Like, I think that, my intentions may have been extreme, but it really for the best overall. I mean, my intentions were for the best. Obviously, it did not work out very good at all. It just made the board even worse. But
Kane, what kind of good intentions do you think could possibly come from this stuff?
None. No good intentions. Like, I gave him leeway with his age gap with the 17-year-old and the 19-year-old, but, like, clearly there were people that were younger than 17 in his server.
Yep. And we're talking about self-reported ages. God knows how much younger it actually goes.
I mean,
oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I just wanted the board to be better at the end, really.
Just a little oopsie, right? All in all, it came off as pretty convincing. He denied some stuff, but he also confessed to other counts, and it seems like a believable story, that he was indeed a shill, but people fabricated the worst stuff about him to take him down. Or maybe not. The following screenshots from Reiko's server leaked. Reiko, bullshit level 100 right now. Hee hee. Renee, lol, yeah, they're buying it. Reiko was lying through his teeth for the entire duration of the interview. When the people in the server found out someone had leaked Reiko's confession, they started freaking out, saying, Reiko, he leaked you saying that you lied about everything. Once Reiko found out, his reaction was what you'd expect.
Okay, I'm going to just give you a little heads up right now. This applies to me, this applies to you, this applies to anyone listening that has any kind of, social media presence anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you post it on the internet, you lose control of whatever the hell anyone does with it.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and this applies to me. It's not just God watching you. It's the United States government, it's the person you sent it to, and whoever the hell they want to send it to for their own personal amusement.
Don't forget Israel.
Of course.
Israel's watched.
Of course, we got to include Israel. I mean, Mossad's eyes are everywhere.
Dancing Israelis.
Okay, well, I'm legit screwed. Like, this actually really screwed me. He linked a thread on R9K about how the blackmailing was real and said, "These leaks legit killed it. Like, it's completely lost." To some, this affirmed that he had indeed been blackmailing people the whole time, and he was having a mental breakdown, realizing now that his lying had been exposed. "I'll be homeless. I have no family. If I get swatted, unironically, I think I'm going to..."
He's gonna be fucking homeless, or was. I don't fucking know.
No, it's probably bullshit. Gee, why don't you have a family at the ripe age of 19?
Yeah, because they found out he was grooming 15-year-old boys to be in his Discord trap harem of prepubescent underage.
Actually, well, who cares? They're under the age of consent. Up against the wall, you fucking faggot.
Yeah, shot by a firing squad like a certain Bruce Swinkers that I bullied out of here.
Super fighting pedo. Mega
Super
Man.
fighting pedos. It's Bruce Blinkers. Oh my god, I'm so glad that fucking retard left, but we could talk about that later.
Listen, whatever consequences happen, I don't really give a fuck anymore, okay? I don't care. Let's roll. Let's roll the dice.
Tend to reach for a gun. There was no proof of blackmailing at that point other than him saying that he lied, which could have pertained to any of the numerous claims he made in the interview. To many Anons, this reaction is what ended up sealing his fate and entirely exposing him. However, another attempt was made at a cover-up by Reiko's associates in an article by the Daily Dot. They admitted to doing trap shilling, of course, but the blackmailing was the real issue at hand. One person from the server confirmed the accusations, while another denied them. They also claimed, as Reiko had, that the people with Reiko's name written on their bodies were just Reiko's friends. However, at this point, it didn't matter how convincing a cover-up you could put together. People were already wise to Reiko and his associates' antics, and weren't open to reconsideration. There are plenty of different angles to take on this situation. This whole story is dubious from the get-go because it's documented almost exclusively through Discord messages and Reddit threads. These could easily be falsified by anyone with a moderate aptitude in Photoshop. It's still unlikely that everything that went down was fake, but that fact certainly casts doubt on nearly every aspect of the incident overall. One possibility is that all of the allegations were true. Reiko was blackmailing people into transitioning by threatening to dox them and share whatever images he had already obtained of them. Evidence in this corner are those who claimed he did so, as well as his own admission that he 100% lied in the interview, and his freakout when he thought people had confirmed the blackmailing allegations. Another option is that Reiko wasn't blackmailing anyone. Other people started that rumor. For example, people who were sick of the trap threads and created a conspiracy to shut the whole trend down. However, why would he say he lied in the interview? Still, another possibility is that Reiko himself was the one to start the rumor to make himself look like an anime villain. Although, how much 4D chess can we expect of a robot that's so dysfunctional? He spent the good part of a year trying to make random strangers on the internet cross-dress. Maybe he could have wanted to create a drama or controversy to get himself recorded in the annals of internet history. Perhaps he was the one who made the post starting the rumor, the one who posted the pics of people with his name written on them, and maybe he even faked his confession to having lied to implicate himself, and in some way saw all of that as beneficial. He would have to be off his rocker for the last option to be the case, but hey, no one can know for sure. The last leaked message from the servers I could find was from August, after everything went down. And with this in mind, I think we have our answer. I need to get those thigh pics. I only only have 5. I need to expand.
I
well,
need to get those
5 where they wrote my
picks.
name on them. I need mentally ill, insecure traps to harass so I can boost my ego. Discord servers and 4chan boards are home to depraved enough activities on their own, but somehow get orders of magnitude worse when they join forces. Feeding 4chan users, especially from one of the more notorious
Sorry for the fucking
boards
gong
like
show
R9K,
earlier.
into a
For,
Discord
like,
server is just asking to
30
create a
seconds.
cesspit of troubled individuals who are up to
Yeah,
no good. That's
Discord's
or
full
a
of
group
pedos.
of mentally ill outcasts who can easily be
Absolutely.
manipulated and exploited since they have no support system, friends, or family to check in on them. In fact, one of the first steps cults take to prepare their victims is to isolate them from their loved ones and society.
Well, Kane, so this is actually kind of a neat little segue. You know the guy that's totally not featured on the thumbnail? Him and I him and I talked about the subject of cults came up, and I, citing some, facts and logic, I asked him, so what kind of people do you think are more likely to be drawn to cults? People with a low IQ or people with a higher IQ? So this man who fancies himself an intellectual, what answer do you think he gave?
Low IQ, right?
Yeah, well, you see, people with a high IQ, they're isolated. They're more prone to substance abuse, deviant sexual practices. They're lonely. And you see, they're drawn to places like these because, for some reason, also other people that are smart and lonely tend to be drawn to these places. It's like they're finding their peers. It's water finding its own level.
And it's the people with the low IQs who are grooming these people to their satanic cult.
No, it's people with even higher IQs than the people that are drawn to it. High intelligence, in being intelligent doesn't mean you're infallible. Okay?
True, but Tanya had a pretty low IQ.
At best, it was 102 on one of those online tests, and frankly, I'm pretty sure it was barely above 85. I mean, the guy did act like he was, kind of a total fucking...
Dude, he only knew the basic, he only knew, Facebook quotes of philosophy, which is really ironic, because a lot of these philosophers were pedophiles. So it's no surprise that Tanya Degurachov, Rosario Corsini, oops, I said his full name, I don't care, Rosario Corsini, looked up to these philosophers.
like Sartre and like Simone Beauvoir. No. Which one was the commie between Sartre and Camus? I think it was Camus who was the communist. Because that was the one who was the fucking pedophile.
Right.
Yeah, Camus was the fucking commie. Him and Simone Beauvoir were like fucking pedophiles. I mean, I don't know if that's like a fucking left thing or just like a fucking French thing, I'm going to lean towards it's actually more of a French thing, honestly.
Yeah,
And I'm not exactly somebody who has a lot of love for the left at all, but I'm just saying it's definitely more of a French than a commie thing.
As a whole.
Oh,
Lucky
yeah.
for the psychopaths of the world, there's a large demographic of people online who are already isolated, with no effort on their part. On that note, let's just pray we won't see any more crossover episodes of these two platforms in the near future, because, while intriguing, they're also highly disturbing. I've been Turkey Tom, thanks for watching, and until next time, leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Yeah,
Dude,
Turkey
Turkey Tom used to be called a femboy as well, which I just remembered, and I think people were calling him that when he was like 16 when he first started his channel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna pop over here right now. I mean, I feel like I look like fucking Turkey Tom from the future, like 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Like, no, none of this is fucking fake, by the way.
Yeah, it's his real hair, guys.
Yeah. It's totally real. Absolutely 100% fucking real. Okay? Not fake at all.
Dude, let's watch the video of the femboy complaining about how like the struggles of being a femboy.
Yeah, the struggles of being a femboy.
And I'm just thinking like, well, you know, this is kind of like to be expected. And he's like, they treat you so differently, like you're just a sex object.
Really? You tried to make yourself look like a sex object, and you're bitching that people treat you that how you were trying to...
Dude, this reminds me of when you had your webcam on, you're talking to Cool Man, he's like, oh, you beat your mom to death or something.
Yeah, it's almost like I was wearing the same fucking, hoodie that I was during that. And I'm not trying to... I'm wearing the same hoodie, and you gotta know the Samus Mahomes lore. No. It's legitimately... I'm actually wearing the same fucking sweater.
Nice. But yeah, and then me and Bear Dog were like, Cool Man, you should kill your mom.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch.
Yeah. We're gonna watch it. The problems of being a femboy. Okay. Hold on.
Man, I wish I had that Wings of Redemption clip where he's like, is anyone here into femboy?
Yeah, if you're into femboys, you're into raping children.
I got a text from Florida Man. Let me see. I asked him if he wanted to join the stream. Hopefully he does.
Okay, well, we'll be glad to have him on if he decides to show up. Let's be honest. I think a more proper name for this channel should be the Samus Mahomes Experience, and really at that point, I feel it's too egocentric to really properly... I think I honestly just renamed this channel Tip of the Iceberg.
Tip of the Iceberg.
You know what? After this, I think this is going to be the last stream under the Samus Mahomes moniker. From here on out, it's going to be Tip of the Iceberg. Okay, fuck you. I tried democracy, and democracy said to maintain the status quo. At some point, you have to say, fuck democracy, I have to take charge and actually make a fucking decision. And that's what I'm going to do.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Let's go with this video. It is from this, I think it's, they did a Doodle Tones video. Holy shit, I forgot what their name was, but I was actually kind of relieved on some level, because this was someone who actually did not pull any punches whatsoever when it came to... They said rape. They said pedophile. They said grooming. Yeah. And I'm going to say this. This is somebody who... it's actually kind of a relief that they said these things. I'm not just trying to suck their non-existent or totally existent, I don't care dick. I'm giving kudos to this person, but let's talk about their struggles with femboyism.
Yeah.
We're domestic abuse incoming.
And of course they're furry.
That's fucking crazy. You're a dick. Let's see.
Oh my god.
I need to get out like my bullet points. I need to write it down.
Hold on, I gotta actually get this on the screen. What the fuck? Nobody can watch it. Okay, there it is. There it is.
Write it down. Let's see. It's my thing is like, how should I even title this? I want to say or I could say ooh, the problems with being a femboy. There you go. I want to say problem number 1.
Kane, as someone who totally doesn't have experience with this, what would you think problem number 1 is?
I honestly forgot what problem number 1 is. But if I had to guess, it's like I said, you're just treated like a sex object, pretty much.
All right, let's see what this individual says.
In my head, at least it's fresh. Well, because of fucking reasons, it's fresh in my fucking mind. The way people treat you, and what do I mean by that?
Oh, that's partially right.
The way people treat you when you're a femme. I'm not even talking about the homophobes. I'm not even talking about like, oh, people giving me shit because I'm gay, or people giving me shit because like, oh, I'm a dude, but you're dressing girly or whatever.
Like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, even the people that think it's unnatural, it's like, oh, ew, I don't want anything to do with this. I'm going to fuck off from now.
It's just like, I don't know what this guy's expecting, really. It's like, this is just how you're going to get treated when you have a VR chat avatar like that that's constantly winking with purple eyes, and what are those things the character's wearing on its arm?
I don't know, fucking fingerless gloves. They were like all the rage in the 90s, from like Ash Ketchum to Domon Kashu. Okay?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, this is just the kind of society we live in. Like, this is just how you're gonna get treated when you decide to act like a faggot online. Also, Snake Hogan shares a server with this guy, by the way.
Interesting.
We should try and meet him. We should meet this guy sometime. I want to have a.
No. Like, for real. Like, I actually do want to talk to this guy. I'm not interested in mocking him. I'm actually like a legit, true and honest conversation. Arm warmers. There you go. Yeah. There you go, Snake.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Oh, is Snake watching?
Yes, he is, actually.
Other fucking dudes treat you like complete fucking filth. Like, every single, like, being a femboy, it comes with this context of, like, you're a bottom, basically. You're a bottom, and you're supposed to submit to the top, or whatever the fuck, But, like, that's how people treat you, and, like, everything. That's all you're worth.
Well, that's what happens when you act like, my butt's a vagina!
Yeah, that's what happens when you want to be all gay and feminine, and then you're surprised when you get treated like a sex object by a bunch of 50-year-old men who just want to rape you, to be honest.
People that are like, counting down the seconds until you turn 18 officially.
Only worth is like being a fucking bottom to a top. Right? You're not like an actual fucking human being. You're not like an actual fucking person. You're just a fucking dumpster people are supposed to fucking blow their fucking cum into, and then fucking just rush away. But like, all right, next in line. Like, oh wow, I was under the impression that we were like normal human beings. Okay, I guess not. That's problem number fucking 1. All right. And
the whole idea of turning boys into the feminine queers is not normal, in my opinion. So
yeah, it's kind of funny how queer like was very much meaning like strange. Almost like when you call yourself queer, it's like you're saying that it's not normal, that it's not natural, that it's in fact strange. I mean, look, I'm not completely straight either, but I know that it's not normal.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm straight. I went back to being straight when I snapped.
Okay, Nathan.
Nathan Rolander, whatever the fuck that.
Nathan Holmlesser.
Nathan, I'm gonna fuck a female pedophile who tried fucking a 15-year-old boy. I don't even remember the whole story.
Who cares? Let's keep going.
Problem number 2 that stems from problem number 1 is the way other femmes act. And that's a problem because the way other femmes act encourages problem number 1 to keep happening. The reason why femboys get treated like utter fucking shit is because other femmes want to be treated like shit. Am I?
So basically, it's, oh my god, I'm dating a bunch of boxers, and, I'm not some white girl, so I'm dating, like, the dog breed. I mean, I'm dating a bunch of dudes that beat the fuck out of other people with their fists for a living, and oh my god, this guy's beating the fuck out of me with his fists off the clock, too!
So this is a point that he made that I actually agree with.
And that is the case. It's the issue that these femboys like to be treated like shit by these more masculine guys, and it kind of like encourages this behavior, and it's just a constant cycle.
Yeah, constant cycle of bullshit.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, if you don't want to be treated like that in general, well, just don't be a femboy in general.
Well, yeah.
Is my point exactly.
Exactly.
Wrong. That's the fucking. This is the core fucking issue, dude. The core fucking problem. Because I look at people like not to be that guy, all right. But like Femyaz is like the first person that comes to mind. Because they're always like, degrade me, step on me, shit on me. I'm only used for sex. Ha ha ha.
Shit
that's
on
my
me,
only
yeah.
purpose in life is to have sex and get fucked and blah 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 blah. And that's the only. And you know that's really hot. I want someone to treat me like utter fucking shit. And normally that alone, I don't care. If you want to be degraded, that's your fucking thing. That's your thing. Okay, that's your thing. I see every fucking femboy do shit like that, and they encourage problem number one to keep fucking happening. Right? Like, for me, in my experience, I can never have a normal fucking conversation with a dude. It can never be normal. It always has to be sexual. Always. Always, always, always. It always, and it, you know...
Well, if every conversation that you have with a dude is sexual... I wonder what the common denominator is. What could it be?
Yeah, it's also just like, I've had men kind of like talk down to me that way, and I kind of tell them just like, well, for starters, what you think I am, I'm not that, and I would prefer if you not call me that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also because these people lack, basic communication skills to tell someone off when they're being a creepy faggot.
Mm.
It's not always sexual. Sometimes it starts off normal, but eventually it gets to that point, and then once you satisfy them, they're gone.
Almost like they're a bunch of gay dudes on Grindr.
When you satisfy them, they're gone.
Yeah, like, it's almost like that was the whole point.
Yeah, you're just, it's literally just a hookup, and then that's it. someone I can urinate on while raping, and then I'm gone.
Yeah, I don't want to form a long-term relationship with some guy I went to the bathroom on. Unless you're being paid, says Snake Hogan. Well, let's go.
That's it. And it's just like, what was the whole point of going on a fucking date and hanging out like normal people? Because what I would do is I would be like, no, I'm not having sex on the first date. Fuck that.
Oh my god, I advertise myself as a sexualized person that's willing to get butt fucked, and oh my god, I got butt fucked!
And another thing about these femboys is that they try to present themselves as someone who doesn't want to be sexualized, which in a way I can kind of understand, but it's like,
you called yourself femboys. You are advertising yourself as part of a sexual lifestyle. I don't care.
Yeah.
You call yourself a bunch of homosexuals. You're inherently sexual.
Yeah, and it's like, and not to mention a lot of these femboys are addicted to porn, by the way.
No shit!
They like, and a lot of them really love Deltarune porn, and it's fucking weird.
Well, that's oddly specific. Why are you bringing up Toby Fox games?
Because that's what they're into. Like, I'm not even bullshitting you. That's what they're like into. They're like, it's like a crossbreed of furries with femboys, and then they like get into Deltarune porn.
You mean Deltarune?
Yeah, Deltarune. Deltarune's the game where these faggots love truning out.
Because I don't want problem number one to happen, okay? So I want to be like, no, we're going on a date. We're acting like normal fucking people. I'm not interested in hooking up. I've had guys agree to that and even showing up to the date. Like, want to come back to my place? Want to come back to my place? Want to come back to my place? I'm like, I want to fucking strangle you. I want to strangle you. I literally told you I'm not interested in that.
Well, actually, don't tell them you want to strangle them. They'll think you're into that shit.
Yeah. How about just rape the guy and tell him like,
I'm down. I'm on top.
I'm the top.
Listen, because they don't respect. They don't respect it because we're not fucking human beings to those people.
Yeah, you're right. I don't have respect for Trunies.
Through schools, nor having a normal life. Yeah. And it's not. I know it sounds like a joke, but this is a real problem. This is a real fucking problem. They just see us as fetishes. Basically, yeah. It's like that's all we are. It's like I
That's all you advertised yourself as.
And I don't know what they're expecting too, because when you're being a femboy, you're literally wearing sexually revealing clothing like thigh highs and clothing that reveals your genitalia, right? I don't really understand what they're expecting here. Like, that's just what you're gonna have to deal with if you're gonna act like that, to be honest.
Yeah, no kidding.
I can't just be a fucking guy that enjoys being femme and cutesy and shit like that. I have to be like a fucking rag to these people.
Just wear normal fucking clothes.
Enough. I need to think of a third one. I guess, I mean, to make this circular, I guess, to make it like all prove the same thing. Problem number 3 is, I want to say like normalization in
all I know is, judging by that cliff there, I think it's missing a city skyline with a little bridge in the background and them saying, well, goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, I know a certain someone who loves playing City Skylines. Doink!
Doink. Don't talk about me like that, Kane!
Dude, let me see if I can get him to join. We need his input on this shit.
Yes, we do. You know, I mean, listen, we just gotta, I mean, we need to know about Mr. Mothman. That's like a furry entering a con dressed in an inflating fursuit and then complaining that inflation fetish furries are following them. There you go. Let's go.
LGBT community. This dynamic of like problem number 1 and problem number 2, like fucking feeding each other, that is normalized in the LGBT community, and nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to mention it, right? And I know a lot of femboys, like especially the younger ones, they like getting treated like shit. They like getting treated like shit. They encourage.
Yeah, the younger ones. Dude, he's like, the younger ones? What do you mean, the younger ones?
How old are they?
You're telling me like what, 13, 14, 15, they love getting treated like shit by 30-year-old men. Okay. Whatever. Just a retard.
God save us all.
No, we can't get saved from the femboy epidemic.
But then later on, they'll get older like me. Well, I'm like 23. I'm still fucking sort of young, right?
Older than I am.
They'll start to realize, it's like, okay, when am I actually going to get in a like fucking committed relationship with someone who actually gives a fuck about me, right? And then you start to fucking realize that.
What sort of B-man shit is this guy on? I think he's on copium, my buddy. I think he's like smoking it in a den with a bunch of Chinese immigrants that are totally not spies for the Chinese Communist Party.
If you're gonna commit to this act of being a femboy, you might as well just like scam money out of degenerate losers.
No, Kane. You're not scamming money. You're getting the American taxpayers their money back through honest enterprise. You never scammed anybody.
Oh wait,
yeah.
I'm gonna hoard myself out too fucking much, and now,
I just kind of elbowed the back of the wall. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm drunk.
Every single top that I've ever, I mean, not every single one. Some of them were like legitimately like gay, but other times they're just straight guys, and they just want to fucking they want to play into risque territory, right? And they pretend like they have.
Those are not straight men. Those are bisexuals in denial.
Yeah, they love poo poo on their pee pee or something.
They like to eat the poo poo. They eat it like ice cream.
They eat it like ice cream. I gotta go take a potty break. I'll be back.
All right. Well, you know what? I think probably wouldn't be the worst idea. We're going to come back in a bit. I think it probably wouldn't be the worst idea to kind of take a little intermission for a bit. All right? We'll be back. Sorry about that. Just a second. We are back as well.
Where's Snake Hogan? I want Snake Hogan in the stream.
Hogan! I have no idea where he might be, honestly. Okay, hold on okay, well, we are back. Let's play this shit.
They're interested, but they're not actually interested, right? They want to do something taboo, like, oh, I fucked a femboy, or oh, I fucked a trans femme, or some shit, and like you're nothing else other than like fucking immediate satisfaction to them, and then that's basically it. I think a point would be the over normalization of sexuality. That's basically what I mean. Like that whole behavior is normalized, and like people are just like, yeah, sex, and honestly, that's a problem with the LGBT community in general, right? Is the over normalization of just sexual shit, when it's like, what about why can't we normalize like the romantic shit? Like why doesn't it be like, yes, like I want to love and romance, you know? I want to
Probably because
romantic,
gay
but, like, I
sex
feel like
couples are the most abusive.
People think of like LGBT.
Actually, that's a bunch of, lesbians. It's Doc Tyson's Punch-Out. That's the average lesbian relationship.
That voice that you put on, is that teacher from South Park?
Well, actually, it's a crazy motherfucker who invented sauna shoe, Christian Weston Chandler.
Oh, I thought that was the teacher. Also, Mothman's making fun of me in the chat because it said potty break.
Yeah, okay, well, listen. If you can't handle the heat, get back in the kitchen, woman.
I could just go back to peeing in plastic bottles.
Well, you do that, and we're gonna have some issues. Let's go.
I'm not gonna do that.
I know. As long as you're not, like, getting... Well, let's keep going.
people in a relationship, it's always about like the most hot BDSM fucking like degenerate fucking sex ever. And it's never about like just two normal, just like a normal gay couple. Just like completely fucking normal gay couple. I'm not even talking about like tradcon like fucking shit. Like I'm talking about like they're just like normal fucking people, and they might have their kinks and fetishes and shit like that, but that stays home. They don't bring that shit with them out into the real world.
No shit, they don't.
No, they do. They do. They really do. I mean, redhead YouTuber in Putopia is an example of this. To be honest,
I'm sorry. I was like grabbing coffee. Example of what?
Like it's people that go into the real world dressing up like this. Redhead YouTuber is an example of this. He's a faggot and he's ugly as shit, and he's probably going to be a pedophile. But regardless,
Probably.
I think
he's playing Gacha Life and he's in his 20s.
That's fucking pathetic. But no, when you're going around as a guy dressing up in your skirts and your thigh highs in public,
Dude, you made yourself a sexual object. I'm not saying that people can do whatever they want with you, but I mean, you're setting an expectation for people to interact with you.
Conventions around other people, and they don't fucking need to run around the entire internet telling everyone like they want to be like fucking poo-pooed on or some fucking shit. I don't know how boyfriend, bro. Pretty hot take he's up there. It's not a hot take, okay?
Hey,
it's a very normal fucking take.
Hey guys.
Okay, I'm just so fucking sick and tired
this guy in the video.
Of
this guy in the video is like
fucking shit.
Hold on, pause it, Samus.
What the fuck is this?
The guy in the video is like, well, these people, you know, they want to like talk about their fetishes of being pooped on.
I haven't been watching the stream. What is this about exactly?
It's this YouTuber complaining about the struggles of being a femboy, and it's the stupid
The
shit.
struggles of being
The struggles of having people like
a pussy ass faggot who gets no pussy nor dick, nigga. These motherfuckers are like an average goyim, like an ideal goyim to these people, but these people are transforming into like straight up worms or some shit, ants.
It's the demonic butt worms in their anus.
Yeah, these niggas are gonna have a probe up their ass, like, oh, I must love Israel. I must work for Israel.
I
love the porn industry by Israel, the Jewish porn industry. Dude,
in the community,
I can imagine like a lot of Jews in Israel just laughing at this. Like, look at these stupid American goyams. Look at these stupid ass
Doink. Let's watch this video, okay? Can we?
Okay. I'm sorry for babbling. Talk.
Yeah, babbling about the Babylonian Talmud.
Okay.
Buddy.
It's not okay. Like it's.
I don't want
honestly,
to get your stream taken away.
I'm gonna sound a little fucking.
It's not that. I just want to focus on this.
That's fucking sexist.
Yeah, of course.
That's sexist shit. That's the same fucking way women get treated. And when women get treated like that, people decry it. They're like, yeah, that's sexist. You're a piece of shit. Women are strong and independent, blah, 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 blah. Women are empowered and they're powerful. But then femboys, it's like the whole femboy shit is like, it's literally like we get treated like utter fucking shit in a sexist way. But that's just like, oh, that's just fun. That's just fun and that's cool. Like, why is that cool? Why is that cool? But it's not okay to do that with other women. Another point I think, from my perspective at least, is the lack of communication. I mean, that's not even a problem with femboys or like a problem with the femboy community and shit like that. It's more of like
agree with. It's a lack of communication. He is right about that.
Yeah, you're not communicating that you want more than to be used as a fleshy cum rag.
It's because a lot of these femboys are often like very timid and socially anxious. So of course they're not going to make it, obvious to the person that, hey, I don't want to be raped by you. But even then,
okay, let's watch the stream. I'm kidding.
But regardless, if you don't want to be treated that way, maybe you shouldn't put on arm warmers on your arm or wear crop tops or
Yeah.
have a VR chat character model with cat ears because you're also a furry.
Or
Yeah, don't go
or
into
not
VR
take
chat
a shower because you play VR chat.
Yeah, we need to meet this YouTuber. I want to
These
talk to him
motherfuckers need
myself.
to take a shower, bro.
We need to we should like do a live stream where we get this guy in a call and we just have like a conversation with him.
And also, Samus, I'm sorry if I'm like interrupting your shit. My bad.
It's fine. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
LGBT relationships in general.
I'm just
saying.
saying.
I've experienced it, and I've seen it in
I
other
know.
LGBT relationships. I've seen it happen in poly relationships. Like people just don't want to communicate. They
Off topic, but my DoorDasher's name is Eureka. Eureka.
Yeah, it's probably some guy Mamadou Abala Bala 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 Bang Bong. And
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah.
yes. Okay, so I mean he's talking about poly relationships. Like one person is enough shit to deal with. How the fuck can you deal with more than that?
Why specifically talk about poly? What, are you a slut? Okay.
Yes, yes. It's a
Or
slut with
as-
extra steps.
and
Listen,
Straight
the
up.
Muslims,
there's no consequences
Oh.
to it.
the
They
Muslims,
think,
the
you know, a
Muslims
lot
were
of
the
times,
progenitors
like,
of polyamorous.
femboys get in poly relationships.
So
like,
these
dating relationships
motherfuckers
that are like open
are straight up degenerates, pretty much. Well, that's just
pretty much
says a lot about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they won't like, and it's like it's one thing if they acknowledge the problem and try to better themselves, but like people like this, they just want to like,
Yeah.
and they want to, but like eventually they'll realize
Yeah.
because that's the thing about these people. You can't be a femboy forever, and most of these like femboys are like minors anyways. Like what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
unfortunately,
male
like,
pattern baldness
they're
tends to
getting
fell
groomed
most
left
of them.
and right, like it's like straight up industry. Yeah, no, you're good. But I'm just pretty much assuming that polyamorous relationships is just a poor excuse for like just sluttery, pure sluttery and shit, cheating.
It is.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Straight up sluts and whores in this goddamn country.
Yeah, not wrong.
relationships, and they
Not wrong, indeed.
they're convinced to be okay with it when they're not, because the top is like basically like, or the dom in the relationship, or the leader in the relationship is basically like, you know, no, come on, it's fun, you know, we're all having fun, blah 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 blah, and you know, like, I don't know that. Well, that's not necessarily. I mean, that's just honestly the femboy in that situation. I've been in that situation. The femboy in that situation, as well as me, I should have been more clear with my boundaries, and I should have been more like, I don't know, I guess like emotionally mature. Like I should have recognized that, like, you know, I get jealous, and poly shit is just not for me. But you know, I've been convinced to join a poly relationship before, you know, and I was just like, you know, some part of me was like being like, oh, you know, is it a good idea? I don't really know, but like the dom was just like, come on, let's try it out, just try it.
You should
Just
listen
try it
to.
out.
Yeah, you ought to listen to your intuition.
No, but I'm saying like I can understand the whole like being kind of like being pressured into polyamorous, and honestly, it's pretty disgusting.
Yeah,
It's
like,
just like
okay, and then
Yeah, this shit is like straight up from like Afghanistan.
yeah, Afghanistan and a certain
Most of
country.
them like people and children, and like in Afghanistan, women, children. The fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
like it's Afghanistan and another country we can't name because we don't want the channel getting taken down.
Yeah, of
Or worse-
course.
Yeah,
or worse, we don't want-
Palestine. Let's go.
We
having,
don't
like, a
want
really
Samus
shitty
getting
time.
Charlie Kirk,
You know?
okay?
I feel like I should
Yeah,
just listen to my gut.
he already sounds uncomfortable. Straight up.
I mean, here's the thing. The difference between me and Charlie Kirk is that if I got shot in the neck, I mean, there's no legacy that I'd leave behind. There's no wife that I'd, you know, make a widow. There's no
She'll
kids
be a
that would
cool
be without.
friend in
There
this
was no
server, but-
kids that would be without a dad. I mean, if I leave, it's just a fart in the fucking wind, man.
Nah, man. We'll remember you, but
Yes,
we'll have
I'm
you
not
good
trying to do some pity farming gay shit.
I know that.
But let's keep going.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get my food.
All right.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't fall over with how drunk I am.
Yeah, hopefully not, dude. Get some food again.
Oh, someone's drunk. That's a bad sign. My fucking god, bro.
Whoa, dead air.
Samus, you could play the video
like a couple
while I'm
weeks
gone.
ago. Like
Yeah, I can hear like.
I should have listened to my gut. Should have listened to my gut.
I can hear the Jews snoring.
I mean, what else?
in the
What else
bed.
can I even say about the whole Femboy? I mean, that's just my big fucking problem. It's just the normalization of that kind of fucking shit is just so fucking annoying. Dude, I love this avatar so fucking much. I love it's like literally the perfect amount of goth and like furry and like cute, like cutie them kind of furry. I need a choker. Ha! I already have a choker, bitch. I already have a choker. And you know what? The best part about it is that it's leather and it's got a little ring on it. It's got a little ring on it for a little, you know, things to clip on, you know what I mean? Like fucking clip on, you know what I mean? Hawk Tua on that thing. You know what I mean? Way to end the rant would have been a couple solutions. Oh, couple solutions? Yeah.
I can think of a few solutions. Some final.
I should face it like this way, you know? Oh, God. Some
Dude.
solutions, I would say. And it's like it's hard for this to like be enacted. But like I would say like something community related,
Solution
like
is suicide.
solutions, speaking out. Like more people need to talk about it. More people need to talk about this fucking problem because it's so stupid and it's so shit. Like why like I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. I know I'm not the only one who is sick and tired of like having every single masculine dude just want one thing from you, and then once he gets it, then he's gone. And like what the fuck, you know, like you're just left in the you're left in the fucking dust. You know, you were led on with the impression that, you know, something more was gonna happen.
You're just a dumb bitch with a Y chromosome. That's really what it is.
And it's like, no, you're only good for one thing, and I got what I wanted, and fuck off. Like, okay, cool. Like that shit needs to stop. In the LGBT community specifically, there needs to be more people calling this kind of fucking behavior out. It's like you if all you want is a hookup, be clear. Okay, that's another thing. Speaking out against this shit, and also for the people that I'm talking about that do this kind of shit, is transparency. If all you fucking want is a hookup, say it. Say it. Don't pretend like you're interested in having a casual conversation. Don't pretend like you
I
genuinely
can
want to
tell
go
he
to
got
see the movie
like he
because,
probably
number
got
one,
ghosted
you just
multiple
want to hang out with
times
someone and talk about life shit.
because of this. That's probably why he's like complaining about this. This is so fucking silly.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like he sounds like he's a bit of just a wee bit annoying.
And,
Yeah.
you know, or not even life shit. Just talk about hobbies, you know, just like have like a normal fucking conversation and go see a cool movie, enjoy the movie together, and then go home and be like, wow, what a great wholesome day. You know, don't pretend like that's what you want when that's clearly not what you want, right? And fuck ghosting. I'm not even talking about the ghosting. I had a dude do this once where we agreed to go on a date to go see a horror movie. I show up, you know, we agreed to go to hit a diner first, you know, I show up, we both show up, we take a seat, and he's like, you know what? Horror movies really aren't my thing. I don't really want to see a horror movie. I'm like, okay, well, we could go see, you know, a different movie. It's like, well, actually, I didn't really want to see the movies. I'm like, okay, I guess we could just eat dinner then and just talk. And then, like, in the middle of us eating our fucking dinner, he's like, yeah, check your Discord real quick. And he's like texting, he's like, you want to come back to my place and fuck? I'm like, no. I stood my fucking ground. I'm like, no, I don't actually. And you know what? I ghosted
At least he's
him.
not a
You know what?
slut.
I said, yeah,
I'll give him
talk to you
that.
later. Ha ha ha. Went home, never responded to him ever again. But I was right. I was right to do that because he wasn't. I made it very clear. Don't want to do hookups. I don't want to do hookups. I don't want to do hookups. I just want to have a normal date. And he kept fucking pushing it. He kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. So I'm like,
You want to push it in your butt?
I was well within my right to fucking ghost that fucking.
Stop
well
pushing.
within my fucking right. You don't deserve that, right? When you're gonna disrespect and push my fucking boundaries like that. But just be fucking transparent. If all you want is a fucking hookup, just be fucking transparent. I'm so sick of people playing these fucking mind games. Like these mind games are that's the fucking problem too, is mind games. Like people feel like they need to do like fucking mental gymnastics just to get fucking sex. And it's like, listen, there are plenty of there's plenty of people that wouldn't mind fucking doing hookups and shit like that. But it's just like, I hate the deceptive bullshit that a lot of fucking people do. Like I also had this, I used to have this like friends with benefits with this one dude. And like, he would like incessantly like, he would like have like pet names for me and stuff like that. And like, like call me like flirtation, like,
Ooh, you like being a brat and a princess, don't you, Kane?
All right, what I missed?
You'd have like little nicknames and like this guy talking about like, ooh, you did like call him a brat or a princess or some other little pet names for you.
My little princess, my little princess.
But at the end of the day, like all of this was just like a hookup, right? He's already like in a polyamorous relationship. He's already taken and shit like that. There's no room for anybody else and stuff like that. It's like, why are you talking to me like this? Like, what do you like? I'm just here for a hookup. Like, why? I feel like when he's doing that, I feel like you're trying to fucking manipulate me. And it's like, I was just in my mind, I'm like, why are you talking to me like this? Like I'm your partner or I'm your fucking pet or some shit. Like, it's like,
Because you're young and impressionable.
I don't like it. I don't like it that much.
And retarded.
I think it's pretty manipulative.
Yeah. He's a silly head.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do fucking.
He's a whiny faggot.
That's why I want to go back. It's a lot more. Because it's a lot more. Number one, talking about ex YouTubers a pedo like 50,000 times. Like it gets kind of exhausting, right?
Like Doodle Tones.
And trying and rinsing.
Doodle Tones likes poop.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect out of someone who jacks off to themselves in diapers and wants to role play an 8-year-old getting molested? Fucking diddle tones or diddy tones.
Doodle Tones loves to fuck babies.
Yeah, it's like he's Ian Watkins.
Doodle Tones is a baby fucker. Cool. He's Jewish. And a pedophile. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, cool. He's Ian Watkins. Let's go.
Exhausting too. Like, but at the same time, it could also be like, it gives you just enough entertainment where it keeps you wanting more. But at the same time, it's just slop. It's just slop being fucking poured down your throat. And it's just like, ugh. I think it's fun to like do shit like this. Let me think of a third solution, a final solution, if you will. Even in my relationship that I'm trying to save, I don't treat my exes like pets, rather my second exes, both of us, if anything. Yeah. Well, it's just like I feel like the whole pet talk, like maybe he's not trying to be manipulative, but I don't know. I've been backstabbed so many fucking times, and it's just like I feel like people are trying to play fucking games with me and shit like that to try when it comes specifically for sexual stuff, like specifically when it comes to like, we have like a somewhat sexual relationship, I feel like you're trying to pull that out of me. Like every time we talk, I feel like you're trying to get that out of me. And that's the only fucking purpose of talking to me. Like, it's fucking aggravating. Speaking of, third solution, boom, easy. Put your foot down. Put your fucking foot down. All right. That's what I'm fucking doing. All right. That's what I'm doing. After my last relationship, if I get a whiff of that being your goal, get the fuck out of my life. I'm going to make that shit very fucking clear. Very fucking clear, dude. I'm not letting that fucking bullshit happen.
Okay, cool. How many times have you had to learn this after some dude popped your black blasted a load in your butt?
I love this chocolate start.
About like 7 to 1 times.
Is that 1 to 7 times or 721 times?
100,000 billion times.
Okay,
perhaps.
cool. So he's guaranteed to have AIDS.
Maybe.
Good to know.
Yeah, he has a gaping
I'm
hole.
not letting that shit happen ever again, dude.
A Grand
The fucking
Canyon
ghosting
between
shit
his
is
thighs.
So fucking so easy.
He has a
But yeah,
huge
like,
crater.
people, if you're a femboy and you're not okay with being treated like that, like
Like the dinosaurs went extinct in his butt.
what I've been saying the past minute or so, put your fucking foot down and be like, you know what? Either stop if you get the sense that that person is if you get the sense that you're not enjoying that dynamic that you're having with that person, put your foot down and just either walk away or say, hey, you know what? I actually don't want to just be your sex thing. I want to be like I want to be treated like a fucking person, right? Just do that.
Be back.
Okay. And again, I'm not shaming like hooking up or hookups and shit like that. Obviously, it'd be very fucking rich for me to do that. But there needs to be like boundaries, right? Like I'm not gonna hook up with someone who treats me like shit. I'm not gonna hook up with someone who only sees me as like a slab of meat. Okay. I want to hook up with someone who's actually like, no, yeah, I genuinely just enjoy, fucking. But I also like, I respect the hookups where it's like after everything, we just kind of hang out and we just talk and it's kind of funny. First we fuck, then we have like a normal fucking conversation. I enjoy shit like that a lot more because I've had friends with benefits like that where it's like, yeah, we fucking shit like that, and it's like, nothing personal, just business, But it's like, completely like we're just fucking like actually like having like a normal conversation. So I appreciate shit like that. I've had people be like, try to rush me out the fucking door afterwards. They're like, wow, I don't feel used at all. Thanks. But then again, that's also my fault too for having like low standards and like fucking like being like a horny fuck. That's also my problem too. But I feel like I've been pretty good, especially this last year.
I knew it.
Like I literally gone like a year and a half without having sex, on purpose. Like I did that on purpose. And I think I've mastered. I've controlled.
This shit is
my
like
libido.
Play-Doh,
I've
dude.
controlled my libido. I am zen. I went an entire. I
am zen.
Went out of my way to go an entire year without having sex.
I am Zen from the planet Mars.
Mastered it.
What the fuck are you talking
I am more
about?
anti-gooning than you ever will be, Toki.
I am anti-gooning. You fucking doubted it.
I've never been good at doing
The
it.
lion
I just kind of
bastard.
just end it.
This faggot.
Like right now.
Like right now.
Like right now.
So
Oh,
when I went to get my food, I missed the part of the stream, but he was like changing his avatar to like some furry shit.
Oh yeah,
Like-
I did notice that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
That was pretty silly. Yeah.
So,
That was absolutely silly.
So, Kane, So let's get to brass tacks. How the hell did you get involved with all this femboy shit?
After I graduated middle school.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That's crazy. What about Tanya? Probably wanna.
Well, we're talking about he was like 14 at the oldest.
Yeah, I was 14 at the oldest when I found out what they were.
And how did you get introduced to this?
Porn.
Okay.
Of course.
Anything else that might have drawn you deeper into this?
No.
Are we just talking about porn addictions now? Okay, let's talk about that.
Well, doing porn addiction is very heavily tied.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty tired. Yeah.
But no, but no, it's more it's more personal shit that I'll tell you after the stream.
Oh yeah, of course. but
understood. So,
but yeah, porn addictions is
So-
pretty common. Yeah.
right.
Sims?
I didn't want to try to get into tremendously personal shit, but so what got you out of that crap?
I started.
I think I encouraged them to do that because I was quitting.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's multiple factors, but even before I met all of you guys, holy shit, 3 biscuits.
3 biscuits. The fuck are you talking about?
DoorDash.
Oh, 3 biscuits. Yes.
But
I love biscuits.
no, like even
Biscuits
before
are good.
Yeah, I love biscuits. What game?
no, I'm saying even before I met all of you guys, I was already having like changes in who I was, where I was slowly but surely acknowledging like, yeah, this is getting too weird, too degenerate. It was a slow process, but eventually I got out of it.
Well, we're glad you did. So, what would your advice be to people that are in a similar situation?
Stop being a faggot.
Try to scam people.
Yeah, try to scam. try to scam people.
Try to scam horny people into pretending to be a female online selling quote unquote nudes. Like, yeah. To like a bunch of Indian people. Like, I'll give you a Bitcoin.
At the very least, profit off of it.
Absolutely.
Well, all right. Well, I tell
Try
you
to
what.
make a huge industry off of it.
Exactly. Well, I kind of think I'd say that's a pretty good place for a stopping point. I think I'm probably just going to go play some music for the outro. And everybody, you have a fantastic night, okay?
Okay. I'm Goku.
I'm Goku.
I'm Goku. Let's go.